Who's ready for the weekly bust? You're in the right place if you came to catch the show. Tyson and Levi are the names of your host. Who the next guest is, I really wanna know. Conversation escalating, let's get to the show. Who's ready for the weekly bust?
Welcome to the Weekly Bust, episode 19.
With Larissa Cosmos,
aka our mother.
Hello and
Goddess of good
namaste.
vibes.
Let's make it magical, sons.
Yeah, like mushroom magical.
Absolutely, all the time magical.
Let's get our slide up. So,
You got it.
all right, so welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Rerun, actually. This is the second time that we've done a show with you. Unfortunate incidents has happened. Levi, he doesn't know how to pull it up to full.
We had some audio issues, so that never made it to air, unfortunately, because we had people waiting.
Correct.
Plus button. There you go.
Actually,
Or not
it's been
plus,
asked
yeah,
about
the
too as
arrow.
well.
There you go.
Like, where'd that
The
episode
arrow.
go? We actually made our intro, did you know that?
Right, there you go.
Yeah, that was awesome. I told Levi I appreciated that.
That was like very little, because even our lives went down that day.
We couldn't find shit.
Our audio went down. It was like it never happened.
And it was actually episode, get this, 11.
No.
That
Nah.
became,
No,
and then
it
I think
wasn't.
it was Jason came on after mine, and he
No,
became
it was-
11.
It was
Creepy, which
early.
also got-
It was
No,
early.
I swear it was like 11.
Nah, episode early. Like it was like
Don't
4, 5,
to
6,
me, it
probably.
was 11.
You got headphones? You want them?
Oh, I got him. Yeah, shit. There you go.
Yeah, shit, there you go, boy.
Nice.
Look
Okay.
at that.
Come on, Lee.
Let's go to the next slide. Arrow. Okay.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming on here.
No, fuck yeah, dude. We've been waiting for this for a long time, and we never get the opportunity.
Re-waiting.
Yeah. Because we wanted to get you in as one of our first guests. We know you have a shit ton of content you want to put on, so you can get all your listeners, because, yeah, we'll get into that later. Who are you?
Well, it depends on who you ask. If you ask my childhood friends, I'm Larissa. I don't like to give out my last name. It's really not important.
Why not?
I'm a young girl from Great
It's
Falls.
not hard to figure out who the fuck you are.
I guess you're right. Okay,
I was gonna say, yeah, you're
so since I
blasted all
have
over
both
everywhere.
my children here, Tylen Bates, Levi DeSales, and my adopted son, shout out to Kerry Welch, MT Souls 86. Those are his bands. Hook yourself up. Anyways, I was actually born in the state of Washington. I jumped off. Boom! I mean, come on, I come out loud and proud. Ooh, I'm a loud girl. I'm wild child. Out of Cedro Woolley, Washington. Yeah. And now, I'm really a Montana girl. But I'm a native here.
I
really.
fucking forget that you were born in Washington.
I
dude.
was,
It's so
because
weird.
I've been here since I was 5 months
I know.
old.
Oh.
I lived in,
Burn,
okay,
baby,
so
burn.
Great Falls actually twice. Because I lived in Great Falls from 5 months to about 2 years old. And then my dad was a roughneck. He worked for Halliburton. We lived in Havre.
You said
So-
roughneck. Is that
so-
that a thing, or is that?
Oh,
like
no,
what you
it
just
really
call
is a roughneck. Well, okay, so that's what they call people who drill in the oil fields.
Okay.
And he was the frack master for Halliburton. And we lived in Havre, so that was like... Okay, so some people, when you say Havre, it's either like, oh, God.
Well, you can
Havre.
fucking have her.
Right, or Havre has it and I don't want
That was
it.
on my episode.
Well, yeah, but anyways, I'll tell you why I love Havre, because it also starts out who Larissa Bates is. First of all, I'm a sibling of 4 of us. I'm the second oldest, and my mother and father, Dave and Chris, well, boy, I think they had a couple kids they didn't know they could handle. Me and my brother were quite a handful. And my older sister, she's a different breed, and my little sister, she's just magical. But we're all cool in our own different ways. But I'll tell you one thing: I was never like my brothers and sisters. I was very flighty. I was always playing by myself. I always had my own friends. I carried a doll, and
I think flighty means skittish.
Yeah. What the
well,
fuck's that?
I mean off the air. I mean I can't keep my feet on the ground. So
Okay.
So much-
I was confused.
So,
Introverted,
you know,
not
like
flighty.
the song "Come Sail Away." You know, like I'm the pilot of my own ship. I've always been, you know.
Pretty sure that's Rocket Man.
Okay, well, Rocket Woman. But anyways, I grew up in Havre, a roughneck child, a sibling of 4, ordinary childhood, really. It was a ordinary childhood. It was awesome. I love my childhood. I mean, my mom died when I was 11. We moved to Utah from Havre, 81. My mom died in 84. She never came home to Montana, and that's all she ever wanted to do was come home to Montana. Because we are Montanans, after all, and my children were born in Montana. So then I have to say I'm from Great Falls, because most people from my childhood say I'm from Great Falls. But I've moved around since then. I was a young girl when I met my first love. And I've recently, in the last 19 months, reunited with him. And I made Tylen Bates the host of the show. And then after him, I created Levi. And
All right.
beautiful creations here running this show and doing a great job. I'm very proud of myself.
Raise wonderful boys.
Oh,
That's
I love
pure
them.
beauty.
I love my children. They have so much love in their hearts, and that's what I'm really all about today. But we haven't gotten there.
You did fantastic. I love both of
There's
them.
yeah. Okay, you guys.
I sucked the dicks.
Later, okay?
I'll suck all the dicks.
All
There's
the
a bunch
dicks.
of handies.
Just 2.
Okay,
I
now
sucked
come
2.
on.
It's a half-ass. You kiss your mom with that mouth.
We'll never get to where I am today if we're talking about all this.
Well, that's okay.
So, anyways,
Not so serious.
I'm not gonna be serious all the time. Anyways, wow.
Well, growing up without
So-
a mother, I want to talk about that a little. You know, that dramatically fucking. Obviously, it changes someone to lose their parent. So
Okay, so.
you said you were fond and eccentric, and then all of a sudden tragedy struck, and then.
Okay, so my mom was my biggest cheerleader. Like, she really was. And for some reason, you know, they give me this.
If she was anything like you, I can imagine.
Absolutely, my mom was really a really funny and loving, tiny, awesome woman. She really was. But my mom, you know, she had mental illness, and then, you know, her tragic death, and I'm just not going to talk about that at all. But I will tell you
Fair.
what it did to me. So, all my life, I don't know, I always thought I would grow up and I would be on Saturday Night Live. Are you kidding me? All this? Yeah.
Well,
Boom.
wait a second.
So-
you did something way cooler than Saturday Night Live. You're on the Weekly Bust.
Boom.
Yo.
Yes. Oh, right. Okay, yes. So I always thought I would be on Saturday Night Live. I watched it with my mom. She's always like, she gave me this nickname, Clarity Ray. I don't know why. I had a beautiful
How
name.
come you don't go by that name?
I mean, come on. Because come on. I already told you.
Larissa Cosmos or
They don't
Yeah.
know. The,
No.
the listeners don't know.
Right?
Yeah.
They don't
Well,
know.
anyway, you're right. They don't. But anyways, she's my biggest cheerleader. She's always like, you know, like, go, Clarity Ray. You can do it. You got this, you know. And I would do the, you know, the bestest, hardest work when I was up and, you know, doing all those, you know, Christmas plays and all that. And my mom would always make me look so perfect. And I was a princess, and I really was. And so it was like, my mom was a big part of my life. And when she died, it was crazy because, I mean, I still say I'm waiting. There's a week I'm waiting, but, boy, I'm not going to do this. Anyways,
So,
when
what
she
about
died
your
at
personal
11.
Beliefs?
At 11,
What about your personal beliefs?
Who? About what?
Hold on.
Everything.
Hold on. We'll get there.
That's
Um,
somewhere else.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Good save.
Okay, but thank you, Evan. When you grow up without a mom at 11 years old, first of all, it's a very delicate time in a little girl's life. And, you know, God, it was crazy because we were moving home from Utah back to Montana. We were all like, woo! We're all going home. We hated Utah. I mean, I don't know if us as kids did. It was kind of a different world, but we were treated badly. We really were. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, we came from Montana. We didn't speak like those people from Utah, but, you know, I had my siblings, so we didn't care. We fit in wherever we went. So we came back home. Our mom never came back home, and that was hard for me to understand. Like, how do you see somebody one day, they're like, see you in a week, you be a good girl, but you never see him again.
That's tough.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, that's fucking tough.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
gonna drink. Yeah, so, you know.
You grew up in a fucking pretty dope era, the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Thank God.
Around St.
And thank
Helens.
God, you know, we had lots of family. And, you know, and then that's how I, you know, met Royden, too. Was my, you know, we were really close. My, you know, my uncle, Matt, he's, you know, a few months older than me. You know, my Aunt Minnie, she's 10 months younger than me. And then my cousin Carla,
What do you
5 months
remember
older
about
than
the
me.
80s, though? Like,
Oh, 80s? Oh, fluorescent colors. I still love them.
fuck yeah.
Still rocking them. Oh, and the hairdo, come on, I had the best. Like, the highest hair.
The tallest. Yeah, Angie was your
Come
best
on.
company. Or your
And
best
I love the blue makeup. I look sexy in it. Home babes.
You betcha.
But, you
I
know,
love the big hair and the
you know,
makeup.
some people didn't like the stirrup pants, but hey, I liked it. And most of all,
What's
We're
the
gonna have to
story?
find
I
an
like-
old picture. of that.
what? But
Did
they were
you guys know what a
like,
stirrup
okay,
pants is?
today you got your yoga pants. Well,
Yeah.
we had stirrup pants, and they wrapped around your feet. So, like, you know, when you leaned over, your legs didn't, your pants didn't go up.
And a thing went over your
And then you
heel.
put scrunchy socks over them, and you know.
It had a thing that went
Oh,
over
I
your
know.
heel,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
almost
so-
impossible to
I
get
just
off
don't
of a
know.
girl.
The warm-uppers or whatever.
Well, no, the leg warmers, which is funny because Shannon, shout out to Shannon Collins, Stage Line Pizza, I love you, you're my bitch. Anyways,
Hi.
anyways, I went in there and seen her last night, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? You're fucking wearing leg warmers on your fucking arms? Oh my God, you're so cool. I fucking love you. You know, like, bong. Anyways, because I love that. That's another funny conversation about my mom and leg warmers. Because we had recorded my mom and my Uncle John. Shout out to my Uncle John. He's so awesome.
Hey, that's one of our cast
Eddie's
members.
dad.
Yep.
But yeah, I love my Uncle John. And one time we were recording them, and they were having an adult conversation, but I won't tell you what happened in that tape because that makes me mad. But anyways, the tape was really good. It had my mom on there, and he used to play guitar to his kids and twirl us around. And my sister Tanya would be like, hey, sing John Cougar, you know, and he'd be like, John Cougar. And she's like, no, come on, like, heard so good. And be like, heard so good. She's like, you suck, Uncle. That's not what I want you to do, and just stuff like that. And then she's like, oh, hey, Mom. And she's like, what, Tanya? And she goes, you know what they were doing on The Facts of Life today? Which was an 80s, you know, show we used to watch. The Facts of Life.
What is it, like Days Are Our Lives?
The
Or
Facts
what?
of Life. No, come on. It was
Sounds like a
these,
game show.
you know, like
Was it a
4
game show?
girls that live with
No,
this
no,
old
it was a
lady and-
sitcom.
Yeah, it was a sitcom. They all
Okay.
lived together, and they're like troubled kids, all living like trying to make it in this house. Like, I don't know, they must have been
It
like.
was a
Dude,
girls'
dude,
boarding
I
house.
was, like,
They had
I don't know why it just
Judy.
hit me, but dude, how come nobody's made a movie about the Boxcar Kids? You guys remember that fucking book, like the book series of Boxcar Kids? Like,
I kinda
They were
do.
orphans, and they
Mhm.
fucking they had like their parents were gone, and they took, like they're all siblings that took care of each other, and they found an abandoned
Because you have to
boxcar.
sign how many multi-million fucking.
Yeah, but
movie
dude, you know
deal.
how good that would be, like to watch, dude. It'd be like the Outsiders or something all over again, dude. It'd be dope.
Okay, so another thing,
Stand
like
by Me, maybe.
Yeah, or Stand By
Oh
Me. Yeah,
shit.
that'd be dope
The
as
Lost
fuck.
Boys. The Lost
the
Boys.
leg
I know.
the leg warmers also leads to cannabis, and that's how like I'm gonna tell you, because you know my mom would not believe that. Not only do I advocate, you know, I am a patient of cannabis.
Oh shit!
I
dude.
fought for the law because as a little girl, this is gonna make you laugh because this tape I just told you, this recording between my mom and her brother. So Tanya goes, "Hey Mom, you know what's going on in The Facts of Life today?" And me, I'm like, "They were smoking dope." Because back in the day they called weed dope. Like, no, it's not dope, it's weed, first of all. Anyways, so now, you know, like anybody who knows me, they're like, oh my God, Larissa, yeah, I smoke weed.
You're a doper.
No, I'm totally not a doper, but I'm a stoner.
doper.
But anyways, so that's funny because my mom would probably not
Doper.
believe how big of a stoner I am today, especially from that, because I was just like, smoking dope, oh my God. And then Tanya's like, and look at Larissa, she's wearing leg warmers and they're like too big for her. Like, oh my God, so? They look cool on me. I was just really skinny. I had no legs, like little knobby knees. leg warmers were just little. I was a little tiny girl. They wouldn't stay up, but I was still cool rocking them.
Okay, so growing up in the
And
80s,
the
and
music.
shit, you had
Ooh, the music. Gotta talk about the music.
The rock and roll's good.
what? I hate 80s rock.
Are
dude.
you kidding me?
Depends. It all depends.
Not Cinderella.
Depends on what you're listening to.
That's like
You know, I
Damn.
went to
the
rock
base
and
for
roll.
all music.
I went to
Name
rock.
one
Tiffany
gangster ass
was our
80s rock.
favorite
What?
Guns N'
song.
Roses, hey.
We think we're alone now.
That's not
80s.
80s.
The best.
80s, myself, you know, I kind of liked Poison for one.
Garbage.
Of course, maybe you
I'm
love
with Tyler
Bon
on that one.
Jovi.
Garbage.
Bon Jovi.
Don't talk about Bon Jovi because
I can't name a Bon Jovi song that I actually fuck with.
Wanted dead or alive.
Oh,
I'll.
I actually
Living on a welfare.
Actually,
Well,
can.
it's living
I
on a
don't
prayer
know
Bon
what the
Jovi,
fuck
but shout out to my brother David.
Any
We were always
song by Bon Jovi.
living on the welfare.
I don't
So,
know, but I think
Bon Jovi rocked
man.
and.
Like, actually, you know,
Guns N'
Motley
Roses.
Come
Crue's
on,
kinda
okay,
dope,
wait a minute,
but
stop.
I still
Hold the
don't fuck with
line.
Motley Crue either.
Hold the line.
Easy
I love
trigger.
Molly Crew.
I want to tell you my number one.
Molly
Yeah.
Cruz, though.
Number one. My
I
number
modeled my
one.
life after Motley
Okay,
Crue. you
number
twat.
one
I have no idea
80s
what
band to Larissa Bates was GNR, Guns N' Roses, bitches.
Yes,
just
that's what I
name
just said.
dropping, I think, at this point.
No, I'm dead serious.
Axl Rose got beat up in
I
Canada.
totally loved
Dude, he's
Guns
a
N'
great-
Roses. I was listening to that
Who
when I
gets-
He
when I
was
gave
so
birth to you,
hot.
Tylen
Name-
Bates.
names
I
the
was
three best
rocking
Guns N'
out
Roses
to
songs.
two things: Guns N'
I fuck
Roses
with
and
Guns
Salt
N'
and
Roses.
Pepper.
You're right about that. but-
Patience.
Full screen.
Uh,
Full screen it.
Oh, push.
Molly Cruz. Why are we looking
Pushed it
that up?
real good.
Have you guys seen The Dirt?
No, because you guys were talking about it.
yeah.
Molly Crew.
Yeah, we seen the dirt.
I guess I don't understand what the whole point was to dress up like women.
It was punk rock and it was
Vince
drag
Neil
scene.
was
It was
pretty
a
hot
lot
in
of
the
people
day.
dressed in drag
And so
on
was, you know,
in
come
Hollywood,
on, they
and
were-
that was
you
the
know,
way they made it.
80s was hot.
Was it a statement? What the fuck was the deal?
It was just a statement.
It's like clowns.
Come on, their skin
On a
higher
pants,
stage.
their big hair. Come on, that shit was.
Slow down the logic for me. I'm gonna be badass. I'm gonna dress like a bitch.
Yeah, but
No.
if you can embrace your feminine and
It's so
fucking
weird.
rock
I
the
guess
world,
I
do
get it. Get it.
They're
You know what I mean?
wearing,
Like,
I know you can get past
I'm
Posh
I'm gonna
Bear,
be
but
the
no one
dopest
fucks
rocker
with
in the
Mama
world.
Embrace your feminine.
They
They
rock
were, though.
The world.
They
Said
fucked,
people
though.
still love
Like,
guy liner.
they
What the
did
fuck is that?
Right.
Guy eyeliner?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like Rob Lowe?
The 80s
I don't
rocked
know.
it.
Rob Lowe's the
Sister.
only guy that gets away with that, dude. He's
Yeah.
the thug.
Twisted Sister.
Oh, even Roy, he even wore eyeliner.
And I dressed in drag, so fuck off.
Wait, did you
Can
actually?
you
Yeah, I
imagine?
did. I
Like,
put on a mini skirt
I
and a
hate
tube
my
top.
dad.
And I had that white
bet.
hair and makeup, and I went down on Central
I can
and I knocked
picture.
Hold on, you guys.
motherfuckers out.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hold on, Roy. Could you imagine growing up and you look at the 60s and the 70s and everything was pretty fucking clean and like in everyone's house, like household wise. You just see pictures and shit. It was just like there was less clutter and more organization.
I think you're thinking about the 50s.
Even 50s. The 50s was the beginning of all that. But like,
The 60s was love.
I think 80s is when hoarder shit.
well,
I don't
then
know.
the 80s
That's
struck,
fair.
and now you have these
I
night.
say 2021 is the new year of love.
You have
Thank you.
these
Peace,
kids in the
love.
80s. They're ripping their jeans
all
like
we
their
got.
dad just worked their ass off oil rigging for them. They
Love is
fucking start propping their hair up and
what
dressing
I
like
got.
women, and then the ladies have all of a sudden like just want to do cocaine and fuck rock stars. Like it switched so dramatically in the 80s. You know what I mean? Like
I didn't need cocaine or rock stars, but I fucked like a.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Well, that explains.
Yo, shout out, mama.
And here we are.
Yeah.
That explains
Product
it.
of fucking.
Bam!
Well,
Both you
You know,
suck.
I was
Showed
a
up.
faithful girl.
Well, it's obvious
It was,
for
it
obvious
was only with
reasons.
one
Right.
person, and then when I was with your dad, it was 6 years of faithfulness on this end. We know not on his, but on mine.
Okay.
Oh,
There's
damn.
the best.
Burn,
Throw a
baby,
ball under
burn.
it.
Bong.
Yeah, bong.
Bong.
Let's go to our slide. What's next on our slide here?
Well, you
Yeah,
were
sorry.
you were the best thing
Yeah,
that
sorry.
ever happened
Just-
in those 6 years.
Future
I love
endeavors.
Okay, so we
First
kind of got an
All
idea
the
of who you are. You grew up in the 80s. You had a kind of a difficult childhood, missing parent. Your dad was.
Oh, I had a
working on-
wild childhood.
You had
I
a lot
mean,
of step parent. I mean, not step parents, but you had a lot of siblings. That
didn't have
that did
family,
shit.
and I had a dad that tried. You know, he was financially trying to keep this family stable, but us girls and
Okay, that's
you know, my
Larissa
brothers
Bates.
were wild.
You're now you're a grown woman with multiple kids, right?
Yes.
And
Adult
you're
kids.
starting to do something.
Yes. Okay, so-
hold on.
Okay.
For your social media portfolio.
Okay, yes. So now, can I at least shout out to my family?
Sure.
Why not?
Why not?
Okay, so.
We love shout outs. We do 50 of them a show.
Okay, well.
50.
Well,
50 shout outs.
We do
I'm
50
gonna start
on
out.
the show.
50 Cent.
I'm
There's
gonna
your
Shout out 50.
I'm
Shout out to
gonna
your
start
cousin.
And then zero
With
on
my
that
flame and my love, Royden,
Shout out.
St. Mark's,
Oh.
Evan.
There's zero that 50.
Hold on,
and
mom's out here giving shout outs, bro.
Go ahead. I just want to shout some shit out too.
because I love him, and I want to shout out to my son Tylen, my son Levi, my son Carrie, and I want to shout out to my beautiful daughter-in-laws.
You look roasted.
I am totally roasted, but I'm
I was
good.
gonna say she was
So,
fucking going.
but
That's
hey,
right.
You look like
She
JR.
started dancing, singing "Love is what I got."
Can we give a shout out
Oh
to
my
Lee?
God,
Right
it's
now,
a
just-
disco.
Aw.
Yeah, you look like Elon Musk.
I hope I look good on that
Oh.
camera,
You
stoned and
already
toasted.
said that.
So, anyways, and I want to shout out to my beautiful daughter-in-laws, Cassie, Cheyenne, and Kayla, and to the most beautiful grandchildren any grandmother could ever ask for. And I'm going to start out with Brady. He's my Wolio. I love you, Brady. And then I have my granddaughter, Kaylee Bell. She's in
Are you gonna
Wisconsin.
fucking...
Shout out
You're
to
going through all of them.
Okay, alright, we
Just-
get it. You
just
shout out
6.
family. Holler.
just 6. That's
Okay.
it. What you know who they are.
You're
There
already
is-
taking,
They're his babies.
So,
you're taking
Dropping
all
names
the,
like
the
that.
shout outs.
Okay.
We only have
Ebony,
50.
Ebony, Ava, Aria, and Kanan. I
There
love
we
all
go.
of my
Cool.
grandkids.
Perfect.
Okay.
You got a lot of
and all,
fucking kids and stuff.
okay, and shout out to all my children in
5
the world
little
that aren't mine. I
babies.
never gave birth to you, but I'll always be your mama. Whether I'm Mama B, whether I'm Mama Hectic, whether I'm just your mama. Come in, I love you. I'm here for you. And I want to, you know what? I want to say something. 2020 has been so hard
I got it.
on a lot of people that we loved, and we've lost some beautiful people. And if you are hurting, please reach out. We love you.
Oh, nice. Okay, hey, wait.
Family
If you
love
are
us.
battling suicide or if you
What's
need
that
someone
number?
to talk to, we always do this. What's the
What?
hey? What's the suicide hotline number?
I don't know. Logic is.
Okay, while you guys
What
are
is the
finding
whole
the
song,
number,
you know?
I would like to
Evan,
do.
we need suicide number.
I would like to
Suicide
just
What do you
say.
mean suicide number?
The
phone
hotline.
number.
Suicide hotline.
Oh,
I'm
Your
doing
phone number.
it. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Apparently,
If
no,
my
don't worry
phone
about it,
number-
Evan. We got it worked out over here.
Okay.
If you're having any
800
struggles or any issues with suicide, don't feel alone. You can definitely hit one of us up. Any cast member on the show. That's me, Levi, Evan, Christian,
Tyler.
Eddie,
Shay.
it's 800.
and if you, and
Yeah.
Shay. If you can't get a hold of us, get a hold of 1-800-273-8255 and try to
Help.
talk it out with the stranger.
Help is on the way.
Yes,
Seriously,
will
let's
be
get
there.
real. I mean, there's
Suicide's very
there's
real.
people struggling,
It is.
Super
and
real.
in all honesty, remember that every one of us every day are having our own struggles. And
Absolutely.
you know, some days it's easier for us to handle, and sometimes it's not. And
That's your cue, bro.
but what you need is to reach out because somebody has got you. You are here for a purpose. We love you. We need you. The whole world needs you,
we
and we
help
need
people
love.
that are
Gosh,
watching
we
the
need
show.
hugs.
Legit.
And you know, these masks and this social distancing, I get it. You know, I do get it. But you know what? If you see someone and you know someone, and I'm going to give you an example. My son Levi, he works down at 4:20. Shout out, of course. Anyways,
Oh yeah.
And
Our
this-
one stop.
43.
and you know, we met this.
He's got a new location. We should talk about that.
We
Oh,
met this comedian and his wife, and they were from Havre, believe it or not. So weird. It's all this coming full circle. Anyways, we're just sitting there, and he's talking to Levi and stuff, and I just couldn't help it. You know, he said, "Oh, this is my wife. I believe her name's Angela." And I said, "You know what?" I said, "Can I hug you? You look like you need a hug." And she goes, I said, "I know, you know, there's restrictions right now." I said, "But I feel like you need a hug, and I just want to give you a hug." And she goes, "You know what? I'll permit it." And
I'll allow it.
we just hugged it out, And after, you know, they left and stuff, Levi goes, and I was on my way out because we'll talk about.
Spread hugs and not corona.
Well, anyways, I'm also.
Don't feed that
I believe in faith over fear, anyways, and I'm really a high viber. I'm vibing high. So anyways, I gave this girl a big hug, and you know, when she had left, Levi goes, you know, I just have to ask you, Mom, like, you know, why did you want to hug her? How'd you know? And I just said, that's where I am today as Larissa Cosmos. I'm somebody who has evolved, and it's an evolution of who I was from that childhood lost girl to the woman I am today, and I can't help but walk around, and there's just some energies that I know that people just need that human touch, and we're human, and we all long for it, and she needed it. I mean, she had her husband standing there, but there was something inside of her that longed for this light that I was radiating, and I gave it to her, and
We're all in this together.
yes,
It's not just-
we are
it's not
one,
just
and
me or you
yes.
or them.
it's,
I love the casting.
My
because we
mom
build each
figured
other
that
up.
she had sad eyes. I think.
she is, yeah, I see. She had a deep sadness way behind her
Okay,
eyes,
shout out to
yes.
the lady who needed a hug. You gave her a hug.
Yeah.
Give her a hug.
But wait, on top of
Needs a
this,
hug. Give her a
she
hug.
goes, "Oh, today is National Hug Day." I'm like, "What?" I literally
That
did
was
not
first.
know that. Oh, was that first? Okay, well, whatever. So it was on National Hug Day, and then she told me that, and I didn't even know. Like, it was like so weird that I knew
That's pretty
she
cool.
needed a hug, but it was National Hug Day. It was like the collective needed a hug. So I just want to shout out to the collective and all the world and around the globe. Hey, National Hug. Ooh, big hugs for me. I love you from Larissa Cosmos,
Facts.
the goddess of good vibes.
Go ahead, Levi. I know you had something to say.
Well, where Mama B comes from, that was her rap name, so I figured she threw that out.
Oh shit!
So we,
Aha. We
Oh,
gotta
shit.
have a rap.
We got deep
Everybody.
breaths.
No, I'm not a rapper. I'm gonna give
The
that
Valley
credit.
whatever,
Doom.
dude. Valley of Doom.
Let's hear it. Bust that beat.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
All
Christian.
right.
All right.
We
But-
won't press the issue too
But
much.
I have done it before, and if you know who Bee's Nest is, I blew him away one night. He's like, "Whoa, Mama B, that's getting a little
All right,
deep
you can't
there.
church up your fucking
No,
rhymes
it
and not
wasn't
want
church.
that.
I was
Yeah,
talking
do
about
that.
you put out people.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Turn that off! Turn that off!
Bust.
Took a weekly buzz too with Mama Cosmos. Ooh,
Oh.
Oh, are you shredding?
starting to go. I don't know what happened there.
Whoa.
Wow.
Wiki,
gotta-
wiki, woo!
That was good.
Anyways,
So,
so, but I do go by, it's crazy. It's my family name. I have fun. I don't like rules. That's another thing. I don't know. The wild child me don't like rules. I want to play guitar. But
Okay.
don't you tell me to learn how to play the chords. Don't you tell me how to play the strings. I'm just going to P-double-G. I'm
Well,
good at that.
What inspired
That's phony
Larissa
guitar
Cosmos?
girl. Wait a minute.
Huh?
Phony.
I'm trying.
Oh, what inspired me to be Larissa Cosmos?
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, and you know, like it, love it, hate me, I don't care. I love
Talk
Jesus.
a little bit into it.
I love Jesus. Jesus is he's my homie. I literally call him that because I've gotten messages from him like twice in my life, 3 times, like, but in my astral dreams, where the real things go on in my life out in the cosmos, like Jesus is one funny dude. He'd be sitting here right now with us. Well, he did. That's what he did when he was on Earth. He walked with us. Just the people down here spreading love.
I think you're the first person to ever bring up religion.
Well, it's not. I don't find religion because I'm not religious. Jesus
That's
was.
her personal Jesus, like that song says.
I don't know what that means.
Spiritual, not religious.
Who's that song?
I'm not going to say it with.
Personal.
Well,
Jesus.
I'm going to say it's the Jesus, or it could be the Buddha named Issa. There was many
Okay.
people named that was Jesus, who Yeshua, Yahweh, all the same people. And in different
Evan,
religions, they were the same people, and even in the Hindu religion.
Evan, keep that up there.
Anyways, mine is Jesus.
You like that?
and
Yeah, I
love
do
him.
like that. I
You
wanna,
like that?
So the reason why Evan pulled up the dictionary definition of religion, it says the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially personal God or gods. That's crazy. We
Well,
just never talk about.
I mean,
actually,
That's something to
religion
talk
at all.
about.
my only
Actually,
religion
scientists
is
got
love,
different
and that's
Okay,
100.
so why is
So
that?
I'm not saying I'm religious. I'm spiritual because I've been to many things in my life. I've been places. Cancer,
You have a lot of
cancer
shit
will take
to
people
say.
places you
Cool.
didn't even know there was a
We
realm
should get
of.
you one.
So that led me to be Larissa Cosmos. But okay, ultimately, whether you believe it or not, I was skipping through the forest with Jesus. Yes, and we were laughing and ha 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 ha. He told me, because I was pondering. I think, I meditate, I'm like, I don't really want to go by my natural born name. I really don't. So, told me I should go by Larissa Cosmos because I'm a woman of all galaxies. So, there you have it.
Dang. Well, I never heard that
So-
before. I just learned something new.
So that's where I come up with Cosmos. It means a lot to me. And plus, I'm always in my astral realms. I'm traveling. I'm a starseed. I'm not going to lie. I know that I'm not just...
Are you Torch too?
No, I'm good, bro.
I'm totally not just...
Yeah, you guys aren't saying anything. Say something.
I'm
Say
sorry.
anything.
No, Mom's going on a tangent right now. Get it.
I mean, I'm just saying
That's fine.
that any of us are really from here. So, but I've embraced that.
Well, that's
because-
going to get into your personal beliefs, and I think that is, I mean, so
It is.
Larissa Cosmos is inspired by Jesus?
Well, not quite.
Yahweh.
That's what
The
I
na-
that's
the
what I
name.
understood.
Jesus.
Well,
What was it?
because
Buddha.
you
What was
guys
Buddhist?
inspired me to go public because I'm always talking about stuff that's
We didn't.
you know
Got it.
things. Man, I never knew that I'd ever get this deep in this life. I just thought, boy, we're going back to I've gone so far. Now we have to backtrack to get even where back I am to become Larissa Cosmos. That's just
what we're trying to do.
that's
Really
just-
is.
What's the
but
inspiration?
really that's how I got the name Cosmos.
Just from
To go with my
that dream.
for my public name. That's how I got the name. That's not what inspired me to be who I am. I mean, I was already doing it by my real name.
Okay, well, here's so spirituality, this is definition, the quality of being concerned with human spirit or soul as opposed to material or physical things.
Yes.
That would
Yes.
define you, I think, is
Yes.
definitely a spiritualist.
Yes.
It's weird that you talk about Jesus, I just never hear about it, you know what I mean? It's so fucking
Well,
different, isn't it?
um,
Do you think? Am I wrong? Or am I
Guys,
guys?
you're way wrong because you guys argue about it on the phone all the time.
About
You're
Jesus.
just capping.
Oh, no, I don't, we don't talk about Jesus. I talk about aliens fucking humans and changing DNA, you know what I mean?
Don't start with that, because
Oh, it's
you will
going on.
argue
the
like a
Darwin
motherfucker.
theory is out the window, you guys.
Darwin's theory is obsolete, and it's been obsolete
Please.
since 2019.
Watch some Greg Braden.
Yeah, you
Enlighten
need
yourself.
Okay, we'll get there, I think. What's our first slide on here?
Don't believe me.
Views
Do
on
your research.
extraterrestrial
personal
life.
beliefs. I guess it's a good time, man, right?
It's a very good time.
Yeah,
you
first-
guys should
yeah.
discuss.
Okay, so my personal
Why?
belief, one-on-one. First of all, I don't believe in religion because I think too many
You need
men's
to get
hands,
into-
hands,
you need to
women's,
talk.
whoever's
I
translating.
need you in there.
A lot of it's
Feeling?
too oppressing, and it comes
What?
from
What do you want me to do?
Yeah,
dark
get in there.
forces.
I want you in there.
Like
You
that
know,
dude in
that-
Texas.
Yeah,
I do
well,
want you in there.
The scary dude, the scariest dude on the planet. The
okay.
Texas?
First of all,
Who?
when
That
we-
religious
Join.
dude.
I
The
mean-
scary one.
COVID-19.
Oh, yeah, dude.
COVID-19.
What the fuck is... Hey, what is that guy's that?
Because he's a religious guy. He's a Christian. He's just scary.
Evil Evangelicus, or what is it?
never heard of it.
Yes, you do. He's
Yeah,
he's
you
a
know.
rich guy in Texas that runs that church on TV.
A mega fucking church.
Mega church, dude. Stadium.
Oh, I think I.
And he's got that right like this.
Is it
Scary. Dude, that guy's
He's the real. He's
terrifying,
Hank
dude.
Hill's dad, real life.
No.
With legs.
Shut the
That's exactly who it is.
Oh, okay, Hank Hill, yeah.
Hank Hill's dad
He does look like Hank Hill's dad.
with shins.
Yeah. That's a
They took my
You
shins.
be in there talking.
Fuck
I'm
that
sorry.
guy, dude. I don't even want to mention his name because I think he's a dirtbag. But
So
Who's he?
the guy, the church
Oh
guy.
yeah, he's dirtbag. But he is a
okay.
religious
See,
guy.
that's another reason I don't believe in religion.
Yeah, because he's
Because,
scary.
well, no, because first of all, my God, my source, the guy that loves me, created me, I am his spark, I am his word, I am his breath. First of all, he wants me to have my free will and live here. That's why he fractaled me out. First of all. And, I got lost there for a second.
Yeah, I know you did. What your personal beliefs?
You got fractaled out. Jesus wants you
Religion.
here.
We don't need buildings.
Okay.
There's no
what
place.
is your personal
That's
beliefs?
why
not
I'm
your
spiritual.
not against
Okay,
not
I'm
against
I have
religion,
no, okay, I have no.
You know what I'm
I do
saying?
believe parts of religion and things in it, but I love Hindu.
but what's your primary source of belief?
Who is Moses? Is the real question.
Our family line
What?
comes back to the Caucasus Mountains in our DNA.
What's your primary belief? Like, what do you center your belief system around?
Oh boy.
The stars or like?
Well,
Oh my god.
I told you, I don't believe that I'm human. So my belief is in the cosmos. So what do you mean?
Well, that's not what started it first. That's you now, where you think you are, but where you started was.
How did I get on the path of love
I don't
to
know.
become
Is
Larissa
that what
Cosmos?
your belief is love?
Because it started with love
That makes sense.
back in 2011.
Oh fuck. Here, I guess we might as well. You
No,
brought up a dream a few
no.
times. You want to
Yeah,
talk about
no,
it now?
I'm not. Because if you remember back, they became Subaru is love. But it was long after I was like, love is unconditional. Love is, I mean, I was just pummeling everything with love. Yeah. And then you're like, and you even said that, Tyler, and you're like, Mom, remember when
90%
you
of
started
Subaru
doing
sold 10 years ago,
all this
so-
love, and now there's love everywhere? And I'm like, well, I don't want to say that I'm the only reason, but I really did put it out everywhere, and I do go around shooting love weapons from my heart everywhere I go, especially when I go down, to Parkdale, which is not called that anymore.
Royden wants to say
But
something.
we shoot love
Brayden does
around.
want to say something.
He's been
But-
trying to. What are you trying
Well,
to say?
Larissa, here's the thing. You need to bring in the aliens. That's what we
Okay.
primarily believe in. Don't beat around the bush. Bring it right out. Say it.
Oh, we're gonna
we
get to
believe in
that.
aliens.
We're gonna get
No,
That
to
is
that.
she's pissy pants
He needs to get
dancing.
in there.
I know you're
Okay.
pissy pat
Yeah,
dancing
you're
about
pissy
crazy
pat
shit.
Okay. Okay, I do
Rambling.
believe in aliens, but I'm not
Just move that
religious.
You're getting lost in the question, and actually, instead of answering it, who the fuck are you? What do you believe in? You believe
Okay,
in
I
aliens.
believe I totally believe in aliens, and I totally believe I'm a Syrian, I'm a Lyran, and I'm a Vegas starseed that I can recall, and I've been remembering more and more as I get older.
Okay.
I never.
That's kind of
Okay,
the
I
target.
believe
That's the
I
target.
believe that I'm I might have been born to human parents, but I never felt like I belonged from here, and I'm on a mission to bring humans, humanity to the awareness of ascension, that
And
we're
that-
all
and that's
connected as one, not just in
You can say
physical
whatever you
form,
want,
but
but
I'm just telling
not-
her she's right on the
not
right
in
track
physical
now.
form, but in
Yeah.
consciousness, and our also belief that my belief that I'm healing myself naturally. Yes, I still have to take Western medicine because unfortunately I suffer from many medical problems that should have killed many people, and my doctors are always
the thing
like,
of it is that she was talking about spirituality and religion and all that stuff. We don't believe in religion because a religion is an institution that is led down a road to mislead you, to control you into a certain
and
way
to
of
keep you in a
thinking.
box.
We are religious, but we're spiritual, but we're not religious. Religion is an institution that contains you into a way of thinking the way they want you to think.
Fair. Okay.
And we're not that. We're definitely free
Thank you.
thinkers.
Let's get into the next slide, I think, huh? Yeah.
I don't even know where we're at, bro.
What's the slide right
Okay,
now?
so
Yeah,
is
slide,
that enough for my belief then?
Yeah.
Use on
I'm a free
extraterrestrial.
thinker.
Well, here,
what about
let's-
aliens?
Let's do
What
your
about aliens?
What about aliens?
aliens, or should we jump into her product real quick because there are future
Product?
endeavors?
Yeah.
Yeah, future
social
endeavors.
media-
We'll bring that up real
Yeah, you
quick.
need to get on your social
Okay.
media real quick. Talk about your social
Okay.
media, who you are, what you're about.
You say you're getting off Facebook. Tell them about that.
Okay, so I haven't made my official video, so I don't want to ruin that either. But yes,
Who gives a
I-
fuck? Where you're getting
I am-
promoting it now.
yes, I am officially. Yes, I'm going to go off
It's not
Facebook.
the hottest we've ever been.
Yeah, no, seriously, shoot out. Dude, to all the
Honestly,
listeners
Yes,
and followers,
and
it's fucking crazy.
Ooh, shout out yes to my sons. They're
Break it 500.
killing it tonight. Hell yeah, weekly bust. I'm going to go off because of the belief that I have been talking about.
Yeah.
I'm out there giving people real, information. I mean, they don't have to believe me. I don't want anybody to believe me.
Do
I
your
want
own
you-
research. Do
What
your
do
own
you do on
research.
what
research.
platform?
On my regular Larissa Cosmos platform, I'm going off
On what?
on Facebook,
Okay.
and I am switching platforms to the YouTube Larissa Cosmos, and make sure it's Cosmos with an S because there is a Cosmo. So
Cosmos.
yes.
How would you spell it then?
Cosmos, C-O-S.
It's COSMOS. And my picture's on there sideways. I don't know why. It's like probably because I'm a little sideways. Woo! But you know.
Shout
my-
out, dude,
my
to
picture.
Christian's
Bustin'
new
sideways.
Christian's new podcast.
Bustin' sideways.
He got a side deal that he's going on. He's gonna do his own thing. It's gonna be a raw style podcast, and he's gonna be doing it strictly.
It's almost like a vlog.
A lot like a vlog, but he's gonna do it with guests, and he's gonna be doing it. Yeah.
Nice.
And this is
Shout
good.
out.
Yeah, this
This
is
is
the thing.
very
dude.
brand new to me.
Yeah, this is the thing.
Yeah, shout out.
What is
to
going on?
Christian.
Fucking Christian!
Fuck yeah.
Look at
shout out
fuck
to
yeah, Christian.
This guy's having a good old time.
All right.
Make sure
I'm gonna
that's
hold his hair up while he
Let's
pukes.
hear it for Christian.
Christian, he's alive but barely.
I'll hold his hair.
Barely.
He's been busted sideways.
Bustin' sideways.
Christian is busting sideways tonight for sure.
Like he does every other Saturday.
Oh yeah.
And it might be subject to name
Okay,
change
so
and
you-
share and stomp, but it might be.
YouTube, that's what you're gonna go on. What are you
Yeah.
gonna talk about on this channel?
And
That's-
how often I get upload.
Yeah,
Well, if I
give us some
don't,
details.
well, hopefully I don't get too censored, you know, because
You ain't gonna get censored because we don't. Trust me.
okay, so
Well,
anyway,
yeah,
I'm just gonna
fuck,
talk
if anyone
about
should be
you know
censored, it's you guys.
aliens,
Game throwing
you know
straight dick
messages
shots,
that I get from Archangel Michael because we get a lot of them, and all kinds of things. I mean, I've already went out, you know, the guy from Israel, the Israeli
So there's
Israeli militant.
Prime Minister.
What the,
No.
The
He was
lieutenant or
a
something.
scientist.
no, he was a
Head
sergeant or
scientist.
something. No,
Are
he
you talking
was
about the alien shit?
no, I'm talking about the sergeant or whatever in the military in Israel who came out about the aliens. You know, I already went out on my YouTube channel and had a little talk about that, and you shared it on Facebook. I shared it on Facebook. Like I already talked about all that stuff. Like that stuff I talk about.
Breaking
I
news.
talk about.
Should have been.
I think my very first video was about when they shot the cop shot
George Floyd.
yes, and I went on about yes, we see, you know, God rest everything. You know, I don't even want to talk about violence. I went out to spread the message of love that we don't, you know, we can love each other. We don't have to hurt each other to get our points across. We all have different ways of living, and we can all live in harmony. And that was pretty much my first video. My second video was, you know, talking about disclosure and the aliens, and
Speaking of disclosure, again, if you guys don't know, go to blackhole.com. 2.2 million pages have been uploaded from the CIA.
UFOs, aliens,
also,
UFOs,
YouTube-
all of it.
Do you
Yeah,
research?
YouTube doesn't censor anything. The only rights that are violated when you post things, pornography, illegal acts, gratuitous violence, or hate speech.
Or
So,
it does
YouTube
filter you as
is
restricted
Mature
very-
content too, like
They're
our,
very
Donald
lenient.
video.
That's good
You can post
because-
videos of whatever you want, basically, as long as it doesn't protrude.
It's a pretty strong platform. I'll give you
It's a
that.
very strong platform.
Yeah.
yeah, see, you know, right now it's basically just, you know, me, you know, talking, and I plan to go live because I really like to get feedback from, you
And
know, all
even
my
if you
Can we
people.
have
were-
Evan come in here? I don't even know if the viewers heard that. Evan, why don't you pop in here real quick?
So, anyways, YouTube, you guys are awesome about censorship.
Fuck yeah, shout out YouTube.
Yes,
You guys
thank you,
literally
YouTube.
don't censor most things. People can see what the fuck is actually going on. That's a shout out to YouTube.
Fuck yeah.
Their censorship rights are so fucking boss. I mean, you look at it. It says YouTube's terms of service prohibit the posting of videos which violate copyrights or depict pornography, illegal acts, gratuitous violence, or hate speech. You know how many things you can spread on YouTube? And because
STDs too.
they, well, I mean,
You know.
STDs.
You just can't spread legs.
But, yeah, they totally fucking, they don't censor most shit. It goes on.
Hell yeah.
It goes
Yeah,
on.
see, and that's what I, you know,
And
that's
that's
my
what she
thing.
was talking about.
I just want to get on and I want to talk about, you know,
Sveti's coming
you know,
in.
I want to talk about things that, you know, are passionate to me. And, you know, I talk about things that sometimes,
Is
are
it just
fact.
YouTube or anywhere else?
YouTube, well, I'm
Are you
also
gonna,
on
like, upload the
Facebook.
audio to like SoundCloud? Are you gonna have a laptop? Or are you doing this from your phone?
Right now, it's going to be from my phone, small thing, just me,
Krishan,
But
You have a
I'll say-
you have a camera that you can plug into a laptop.
I'll
and
say
computer.
personally, since I've grown up and known you guys my whole fucking life, these are very interesting people. They've got some serious facts. And if you want to follow some fucking rabbit holes down some real trails, I suggest you just listen up and do your own research on what they say.
absolutely.
And look on Eddie's chest for a snail trail.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, I mean,
Well, they got a lot of
absolutely.
grass
That's
to
what I
cross.
want. I want research. You don't have to believe anything I'm saying.
No,
But the things I do say,
encourage you to do your own
if
research,
you
encourage
want to
it.
take the time, it's all available, And with full disclosure coming, it's going to be even more available. But there's also,
Apparently that was.
Use more than one
Black
site.
Phone.
Use more than one site. Back one up. Back one fact up with another fact.
yeah, and
know your
shout
shit.
out to full
Know your shit.
disclosure. I hope that they bring it out, like
Well,
all, fully.
It has been fully disclosed since '92,
You gotta ask
but
me
it
about
just
that.
never caught the traction that it was supposed to. If you listen to
Well,
Stephen
it's been
Greer,
bits and pieces.
if you
not-
listen to Stephen Greer, he went on live television in front of the House
Shout
and
out to
Senate.
Stephen Greer.
Yeah.
Bad man, bad good man.
Love him.
Come on, buddy.
But he went on live television, or I don't know if it was live television, but it was filmed, and it was in front of our whole government, basically, all the people that are in the House,
Walk with
and
me.
so on, so forth, presidents and
That
past
was
presidents
last
and shit.
weekend.
And a lot of them were left out of the loop of black budget programs from since 40s, 30s and 40s. And I forget where I was going with this, but
Full disclosure.
yeah, the full disclosure, he did it in '92. And if you look up on YouTube, Stephen Greer, just full disclosure in 1992, or not full disclosure, just go to
Well, he
1992.
tried.
You
yeah,
love that
he, was,
guy.
he went
It
in
was
front of
a-
Congress.
I
Yes.
did a lot of research
Yeah.
on this guy for a long
Right.
time.
Okay.
He's
And
a
then-
very,
he-
he's a very, very smart
he's
man.
a
He's a medical
forerunner,
doctor. He doesn't have to do
yes.
this shit, and he chooses to do it because he knows it's the best way. He's a very, very intelligent man and very educated. So
Yes. Well,
if there's somebody to listen to and not think full of shit, that would be the guy.
yeah.
Another person is Greg Braden.
And what's that other?
Greg
Corey
Braden.
Good. Corey
Very
Good.
Corey Good, David Wilcock.
David Wilcox.
Shout out to all those great men.
I suggest you guys listen to The Majestic. Watch The Majestic.
Yes, above Majestic.
Hold on.
Yes.
I
Full
wanna-
Yes.
disclosure.
Yeah, I would like to.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
But we were talking about full disclosure, and it just needs to happen.
I want to throw
There's-
a warning out before anybody watches that movie.
No, you watch it and then
What
take your own
movie?
opinions to yourself.
Before you watch the movie, make sure that you are.
I never watched it, so I
Do your
wouldn't-
research.
It's
Do your
super.
research.
It deals with Q, and I don't fucking agree with Q. So, if you are, don't be scared of it, because watch it. There's some great shit in it. But QAnon is fucking heavily influenced that movie.
Well,
Well, come on now.
there's many facts
There's
other
more-
than that.
more than
that
just- come
they'll
on, drop
give
some more
you
movies up there.
a tidbit or a crumble that you can follow for yourself.
Okay.
And that's the thing about any movie. Anything that you watch, read, or see, you should always, question it. You have a right to find out your truth and what resonates with you. We have free will as sentient beings here on our contract with Mother Gaia, our Earth, our planet. And we are protected. And
Where are we at?
that's a fact. So
I
you have
wanted
every
to ask
right
about
to
the guy.
explore, UFOs. You have every right to explore, what really is going on, because we're gonna know soon enough. So it's high time.
That's what you're gonna promote on your show. Yes.
Well, I'm definitely gonna be talking about it. I mean, I've been talking about this, like I said, me and Trish Violet. Shout out to my Divine Sister from the Healing Oracle 1111 on YouTube and also on Facebook, and you can find us on the Divine Sisterhood on
You've
Facebook.
actually done this prior to you've done shows,
Yes,
and you've got
and-
a lot of views.
Yes, and oh yeah, we have followers. I mean, we're talking about things that matter. We're
What's
talking
their
about
highest
ascension.
followed video?
Oh my gosh, the last I looked was 15,000 followers or views we had.
Yeah, that's super gangster. Yeah, that's gangster
and,
shit.
And that's me and my sister Trish. We're talking about real things. We're talking about alien races. We're talking about contact. We're talking about
She does
channeling.
readings too, right?
She used to. She does more now. She does. She channels messages and basically kind of doing what I'm doing, but she's got the graphic work and she's getting out the message by like the little post you'll find with the videos, and I'm not into that stuff right now.
You're gonna have to be.
Well,
This is I just asked, like, how
You
you
know.
plan on doing this YouTube?
Do your
YouTube's not
research.
easy.
It's
Give
not
them
easy
avenues to
navigate
look it
at
up.
all.
yeah.
Especially if you're uploading on a 480, dude, no one's gonna watch that.
Nobody will watch low grain shit.
Well,
Somebody will pick it up in brief format. You know.
I hope the people that will love me because I love them well, and eventually
I
it'll
think you
grow.
invest in a little camera.
I mean,
Yeah, if you're gonna get serious about YouTube, invest into something.
well, I'll try to,
ring
but I'm
light.
not
Do
going to
it
stick with
full-heartedly.
Facebook in the meantime. I just can't
We're
stomach.
lucky. Well,
I
we have a
can't stomach-
cast. You know what I mean? We have a full-on cast.
You
We have,
do. You have a
we're
big
super,
operation
super
compared
lucky,
to
yeah.
me. Yes.
that devote their time. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yes.
It's,
Yes.
The commitment is
And
for
girls.
real, and like the team comes together. It's tough at times, but it works. So yourself is going to be really, really, really difficult, and I'm not discouraging you at all. But the real, like, you're going to need a camera, ring light, timing, consistency.
It's
Are
gonna.
you ready for all that? It's a big commitment, and you then think about this.
Just
If you
have
start
fun
a
with it.
channel and you
Have
guys
fun.
do end up moving out to, where you want to go.
Yes. Yeah. Don't
Right.
don't disclose the location.
Right. Okay. So you ain't gonna have internet view.
I want to.
You won't have internet.
I want to disclose that. I'm proud of it.
Well, I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying?
there are options. You
So-
can always drive and go do what you need to do.
Fair. So that makes it even more difficult. Right.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
all-
I mean,
it's all about perception, man.
I'm
It's all about
Get that
perception.
on the road.
Or
right, a
if
mobile podcast.
If you're really smart, you can
But I'm not
drive your
podcasting.
ass
That's Tom Green right
a
there.
whole 90 miles away
right. Tom Green, right? Tom Green stuff.
every week. Come to Great Falls, film your episode here, and fucking upload it here, and then dive back to where you're going.
Well, I haven't gotten that far yet. At
It's
this,
just things that I'm thinking
I know,
of.
and I appreciate it. See, because you know what,
Brains of an
my
executive.
children are the
Brains
best.
of an executive.
Like I would never have done any of this. Like my sons just be like, "Oh, mom, you should tell people about your alien abduction." Like, no, you don't. You don't tell people that
Fuck
stuff.
it. Fuck it. Let's just roll in it, huh?
You don't
Let's
tell
get
people
in
that
there.
stuff.
Can I
Get
hear
in
about
there.
it? What do you think of the future healing
Lube up and
views on extraterrestrial life? Let's get in there. Can we
okay.
get in there?
Wait, that's
Thank
on
you.
the next one. But the future of healing, and then
Can we get in there?
abductions are the first.
Hold on, no,
okay,
wait.
Next slide.
Extraterrestrial life. Are we gonna skip that?
No.
Fuck no. Let's do that one first.
Huh. Do it.
Okay, my view on extraterrestrial life, that they're walking among us. They're already here. They're real.
Levi an alien?
Well, is he? Levi, are you?
No, you can't.
I'm
wait.
claiming my alien
If I
status.
tell you I gotta abduct you.
I'm
No
claiming.
shit.
I'm claiming mine.
Too many eyes in here.
I'm not
You're all
afraid
going down.
to admit it. I mean, it took a long time for me to say, "Oh my God, I actually do come from another planet," even though I was born from my mother here on Earth.
I don't understand that.
Traveling souls.
Well, that's a very complicated thing. There
Watch
comes a
movies.
time, and it starts with an alien abduction.
But do you think kids start
So
out
you're
as
telling
blank
me you
shells
think
and
you're-
just pop your soul in?
I do, but
And
no.
that's why you have no memories.
It's, you know what? No, it's
Hold on. What did you say?
Oh.
What did you say?
I just said, do you think that babies are like blank souls and you just pop in whenever and that's why you don't have a fucking
No.
baby memory?
I don't
No.
know that, but that is
my,
a good theory.
my belief on that.
I mean, it goes away, right?
I
My
mean,
first memories
okay,
are 4.
So I wish I
Reincarnation
had my
stories are
notebook
pretty
and I
consistent.
should have brought it because I had wrote
That
something
one?
that really blew me away. It was about a
That
woman
one?
giving birth on Earth. Okay,
Oh.
so I've been in the delivery room with my sister. Of course, I've been there myself. I've had two biological birth babies, and they were both,
Okay.
I guess natural. So, but I've been in birthing rooms with, my daughter-in-law, several people, and I don't know how to explain it. But when a woman gives birth, she literally, her physical body is here, but she's not here. She's like off somewhere else having this baby. Because like I don't think the pain is so strong that a woman really can't handle it. We really can't. So like our minds take us somewhere else, and that's kind of like
That reminds me of POWs, prisoners of war,
It's really
when they're
so-
getting tortured.
it's
you
so
know?
so it's
They-
kind of
they're
like
just not there anymore.
okay. So I do believe we are physical beings. We're in a 3D. We're in a 3D dimension.
Yeah.
So we're physical beings, but where we come from, our souls. I mean, we've literally been on other planets. We've lived other places, and this is really hard to explain. Some of us, not all of us, We chose to come down here in a human form, and
You're starting to sound like a lot like Jesus, buddy.
well, I don't care what I sound like because I'm not
Didn't
here.
she
I'm
just
not
say
calling.
that she fractaled
I'm
off
not-
of Jesus?
Yeah.
I'm not calling myself anything. I'm not calling myself a saint. I'm not calling myself anything. I'm human.
I
Just
call
as
you Roadrunner.
just as you are. Just as I'm your mother. I'm just as human as you. But I came here with a different mission. Some people just came down here for to do different work, and I could, for the longest time, never accepted that. I'm like, I'm just a human like anybody else. I have flaws. I have things I don't like. I
I'm
very human,
We get
but-
that, yeah.
but I'm not. Like
What's your
It's-
views on
it's really-
extraterrestrial life?
that there's extraterrestrial life living inside the earth in Agartha. There's subterranean worlds. There's tunnels that all meet up to one big, huge,
How many races do you
gigantic
think there are?
subterranean. How many life forms?
Races.
No, races.
Races?
Species, yeah.
Ooh, I don't know if you can count them. Really.
Go on Phil Snyder. He said.
I mean, Mount Shasta.
2,400 or more.
You know, I mean, you guys can look all
Are you
this
talking-
stuff up, or you
are
can
you
think
thinking
I'm
thousands?
crazy.
Do you think? I mean, how
Oh,
many
yeah.
species do you think
For
visit
sure.
Earth?
Earth? Oh my
Or
God.
that live in Earth, like you just said.
Well, I don't think there's. I think there's. There's probably the main races that live on the earth. Like, you probably like the
Like
12
Hillbillies?
tribes. Well,
Okay, well, what does that mean?
you know, like,
You're saying shit that we
because
don't
we come-
understand, or
I
the viewers
know,
don't.
and it's really hard to explain because it's hard to go down that. See, that's why I'm going to YouTube, because you can't just start from here. Once you go here where I am, it's hard to start backward in the sand.
How many races do you believe that visit Earth?
Oh my God, I can't even give you a number. There's many. Like,
Name
there's
'em.
many ships. Okay, so there's Syrians, there's Orions, there's
Nordics.
Andromedans,
Nordics.
there's Vegans, there's the Greys, there's
Nordics.
the Draconians, there's the Reptilians, which there's
Palladium.
the Palladians. Oh my God, the list goes on. Avians.
Lyrans.
How about Veterinarian disease?
Well, that's
about
that definitely flies around. That
That's
definitely
a
flies
Great
around.
Fall special, buddy.
It definitely flies around.
Them's all names for
Bong,
Montana.
right?
Bong. It's not from the cosmos,
So-
but it flies around that BD.
Here's a question.
Yikes.
Do you think aliens could give us STDs? They're just like, yeah, we're gonna.
Oh,
Well,
totally.
yeah.
That's
I
how they
think that's
change
vice
your
versa
DNA.
thing.
On an
That's honestly
asteroid.
how they
They're
change your
blaming
DNA.
AIDS on Africans when
They
the whole
could-
time it's fucking aliens coming
Developed
to
in a
fucking
lab.
people.
Not
They're like,
only-
oh,
well,
there's AIDS now.
They could put bacteria on an asteroid or a meteorite and bomb it to the Earth and.
So you're
spread
telling me
viruses.
aliens are spreading STDs on asteroids now too?
Well, I'm not
Just
saying
kidding.
it's a
I'm just kidding.
fact.
Haven't you ever
I'm
seen
not
Mary
saying
Poppins?
it's a fact, but it.
Aliens are actually
I
curing
did not
it.
state
They're
that as a
fucking
fact.
people and they're curing everything that
I
you
did
have.
not
Well,
say
according
that.
to Thailand's
That's how
views,
smart they are.
Okay, yes,
monkeys
there's
and aliens, I guess
extraterrestrial
we're all
life.
monkeys and
Will they
aliens.
come?
Quantic
I don't
game
know.
theory.
Because
What do you
some-
mean, will they come?
well, I already say they're here, but according to, the higher ups, they're not coming until the humans are ready. Well, if the humans aren't ready because they won't quit fighting, they won't, they can't love each other.
Well, yeah. Speaking of fighting, did you see McGregor get beat up tonight?
Well, no, I didn't because I was.
Ay, ouch, burn.
That's why.
Whatever,
that's-
you
this
wanted
is-
to
that-
see it.
I was making a point there.
There
Though.
are people who see aliens,
I was making a point there though.
who meet aliens, who know aliens.
We ain't gonna
who
stop
talk to
fighting
aliens.
ever.
They're real.
Are you not entertained?
Exactly.
We'll never
The
stop fighting
best
for that number
question
one
asked
top
tonight.
spot in your heart, the number one top podcast in the world.
In the web.
Coming live from Brooklyn, New York.
Back in the 90s,
Now that's
Don
funny.
Henley wrote a song. It's called Dirty Laundry. And it is about the media. You get your dirty laundry in entertaining people.
Dirty fucking penis.
That's
Yeah.
called dirty laundry.
People
Gotta
love
love
it to
it.
see other people
That's
hurt.
where the
and
term dirty laundry
you know,
comes
God,
from.
come on, it's
Ed
not what
loves
this
that.
world's
So-
all about.
With that being said, though,
But I could.
if that's what they're not
Okay,
coming for us
so
for, is because we're not fucking.
I'm
prepared to
here
stop fighting.
as a messenger to help humanity love each other and to raise to a higher frequency
That-
of love.
Is what we've been trying to dig out. I think this whole
And-
time.
Yes,
do I-
sir.
Hey, there's that one cookie dough ice cream piece in your cookie dough.
And
ice
I'm
cream.
going to,
Yep,
and
that's the crumb that we were looking for.
I'll tell you, I know
Chingo.
that it's true.
Chow.
You can, people walk up to me all the time and they're just like, You know, I mean, they can't help but talk to me. There is a light that shines in the
You're
person.
beaming with light.
I have a light that shines. The world needs it. I'm here to help them integrate the lights because not everybody can hold the light right now. I mean, we're only human, but I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
They deactivated our nukes.
I want to help you.
I know.
Okay.
And I'm
Well, I
gonna,
want you to help me right
so
now.
when I walk in,
I want you to help me right now.
what's that?
Levi, you ready?
Yeah.
Ready?
It's Albuquerque.
What are you ready for?
Okay. Since you don't have a dick, Mom, how big is Royden's?
I'll never
There.
Royden, how big's your dick?
A lady
Oh,
doesn't
I-
kiss and tell.
I'll tell you, my dick's longer than your mic is.
Bong! How many inches? Okay.
Bong.
How many inches do you think that actually is?
Well, if I measure the same snow level with the same stick I measure my dick, it's real big.
Every time.
It's a
Every
lot.
single time.
That's bullshit.
It's a lot.
Hey, what's all that talk convert to in inches?
Well,
4.5. Me too.
Hey.
after you get past all that you shit and you hit the new stuff, you knew you're a new man.
Okay, but you still haven't given us an inch.
Well, and I never will.
What?
Boo.
Give this man.
Boo this man! Boo! And yes, my hair's aflame.
You could at least said you're a
So-
grower.
Jeez, bud.
Well, it's not a shower, it's a grower. Oh my god.
Unless you're Evan, then it does both. And
Oh,
that's
it's false.
scary,
It's
right?
false.
Well,
Come
who's
on.
planting the tulips?
Come on,
Evan.
Evans walked out there just buckling.
Fucking
Evan,
buck
why,
naked last weekend.
why do you
That's
hang so low but grow so high, buddy? It's insane.
Because I just fuck that hard. I mean,
He does fuck harder.
I
Yeah.
fuck hard.
And a lot of
Why
us
he's
fuck
looking
harder.
up Gaia, but I sure
Like,
do
fuck
love Mother
hard, dude.
Gaia.
Fuck
That's
hard.
our Earth.
Do what you're doing, just fuck harder. Just fuck harder. That's all I've ever been told.
Fucking hard
By
like a
nobody,
train,
just
bro.
myself.
Oh,
Well, that's when you strap a
Poppers.
10-pound weight to your butt cheeks and it helps you pound.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. This guy's going all in.
Definitely saying,
There we go. There we go. Reel her in.
Holy shit.
What's on our next slide here, Levi?
Mother Gaia, Cuban residence.
The human residence. My mom wants to talk about that. She was pretty impressed yesterday. Go ahead.
Okay, so wait, I want to clarify something. Yes, I have alien
Thank you
roots,
so much.
and I've been known to be called an Earth Angel. But what I said
That's true.
is I'm just, and you know what? That was hard for me. That was a hard pill for me to accept. But I know that I heal people with my love, with my hugs, with my words, and no time nor space. I am there. I'm a healer. I will love you, and I will.
That
I
is
will-
100% a fact that she heals with love because I was a hater, I was racist, I was hooked on drugs, I was a scumbag until all she did was love
But
me.
what is love to you that makes it do
what a
that?
fucking fantastic.
You know what?
What
love
is love to you?
And Evan hit it with the.
What is love to you?
I'll tell you what love
What a
is. to
question.
me.
What is it?
What
What
a
is
fucking
that?
question.
Yeah, how do you
What
know
the
about
fuck
that?
is that?
Got to do,
That-
what's it got to do
Can't
with
be
it?
singing that shit. We don't own the rights.
We don't own the rights yet.
Okay.
We might have to
At
put it
least
out.
That's the part where
We
editing
might have
right
to
there.
cut that shit
Cut
out.
on, cut on 13:22.
Anyways, what's love got to do
With
with
more
it? I'll
than
tell
that.
you what love is. Love is not an
The numbers are the
emotion.
numbers,
What
man.
is it?
Love is more than a feeling.
What is it?
It's a beaming buster of
you.
light.
What is it to you?
Beaming buster of
Love
light,
is the
man.
highest vibration.
What
Love
is
is
it?
the highest power.
Love is life.
Love is the universal law. Love is what I do. Love is what I touch.
What is
Love
it?
is what I
Yeah,
heal.
but what is,
What is love?
the tangible?
It's
Can
the
you,
tangible thing.
can you touch it?
Yeah, what's the
Can you-
most?
what is that?
What's the most physical piece of love?
The vibration that it gives
Oh,
off
I
to
have
it.
so
What
many
is
Hold on,
it?
hold on, hold
Or
on.
the butterflies you feel when you're
Let's
in
give
love.
it a second.
That's love.
You can get butterflies
trying
from
to
being
get-
scared.
Okay, but physically,
There are
Physically-
emotions, yeah. Goosebumps.
the physical
Butterflies.
thing I feel that love is all around us. Love is everything we sit on. Love is everything
Okay, that's
we
not
touch.
tangible. So
No,
That
it's not
is tangible.
I
Are
need
you
you to
sitting here?
No, that's
What is-
everything.
What can you grab onto
can't
with
tell me.
love?
can't generalize
I can get a new
everything.
People?
one of those mics, but I love this
Existence?
mic, right?
Okay, that's too broad of a question.
I like
I'm going
it.
to break
man,
it
I
down.
can throw
I just
one.
believe,
No.
I
want it
can't-
from
For
her.
you.
to me,
I'm just curious. What is that?
okay, so you know.
What is that? To you.
Okay, so some people have, you know, when you, I want to, oh, you just gotta love everybody, you know, it's like, yeah, some people think sexual, like, it's like not, no, like love and sex is, first of all, two different things. You can fuck, and you don't have to love someone. Love is I don't know how to explain it in a solid form because I just feel like love is what you do. Okay,
I
so
don't feel it.
Is it something
I
you
don't-
choose to do or that you're programmed to do?
it's
Oh,
something.
that's another really good
And
question.
that's
Holy
another
shit,
thing.
dude.
See, that's a hard one because I kind of grew up. Okay,
This is
my,
why I love this show.
my
Is when,
family-
when it gets dug
my,
out like that.
my family
Uh-huh.
is German and Scandinavian, and it's kind of hard. There wasn't like, oh, I love, there wasn't a lot of I love yous. My dad never said it until probably I was like 14 and demanded it because I needed it. I was an 11-year-old girl, 4 years out without my mom. I needed to hear my dad love me. Putting a roof over my head and giving me food wasn't enough. I needed to hear it because I feel like when someone love is a failure so big in this world, and I think a
Funnel it in.
a
Right
lack
now.
of love leads to homelessness. Leads to a lot of downfalls.
Funnel it in.
Drug addiction. I don't know how to rein it in because I think it's unconditional. I don't know how to explain how I say. Okay, so I make things, and when I do things, I'm not going to say what it is right now, but everything I do, I put love into it. Love is I don't even.
Okay, well, just think about it.
I don't know.
Just think about it later in the
You
show.
infuse things. Love can be infused into an item. If you want a solid form, I'll give you a
Alright.
crystal because I've infused my love into the crystal. Now I've given you a solid form of love,
Okay.
and that love will hold you when you're judging yourself. That stone is love. It won't judge you. When you're drinking yourself or putting a needle in your
I
arm.
think one of our guests, or one of
and
our audience members,
that-
has a question or a
that-
statement, maybe.
Okay, because that stone is a physical form of love because it was infused.
Like love would be liking what you like and liking what you hate. Do you agree with that?
Yes,
Oh my god.
I agree because even
Holy
so
shit.
we all have
Understanding who you are, what
So-
you want, where you want to go, like that's love.
it is, and even if you have
That was
some
good.
people
That
call them
was
haters,
actually really good,
but
man.
it's all in the state of mind, and I call them my fans. I don't
It pushes
I don't
you
want to
to
hate
learn
back because you
things.
come through a point that the hate is only breeding more chaos. So if you really just look at it like the way we should all be looking at life, anything, I don't care. Like I just talked about homelessness, sex addiction, any kind of addiction. I don't care.
Yeah, but isn't addiction loving something too much?
Listen now. If you put love back into
Yeah, what if that's their solid form of
if
love?
hate's coming
Right, that's
if-
what I'm saying.
okay, if hate's coming at you and you come back with love, what's hate got on love? It's got nothing.
That's true.
It's got nothing.
I've watched some shitty people change because they were loved properly.
I mean, if you even sometimes, honestly, it's almost like looking at a stray dog or a stray human in the eyes, and they're coming at you with a vicious attack of hate, and that dog or a human looks at you in the eyes and it feels your love and knows your love, like.
fuck that,
No.
dude. You know what I think about?
You
Is
look
that
at
the
that dog,
physical form?
he look at you like, yo.
And you know what I think
no, and not all the time.
Oh,
Not all
so-
the time. You're wrong.
What about the
No,
riots
no.
at, was it at Yale?
Because
I mean, not riots.
you have
the
to vibrate
protests
to
in
love.
the 70s, and all they
You have
did was preach love, and they got shot in the fucking face by the fucking
Well,
U.S. soldiers.
I'm not saying it always works, but that really is that should always be our
What
ultimate
college
goal.
was that?
Because
That college massacre.
if you're loving, you're first of all you're in a higher vibration. Animals feel that higher vibration, and you can come
Cambridge?
in. You can have loving eyes and go up to a dog and look at a dog, but
Hard.
if your body is vibrating on the fear level, it's sending out pheromones and hormones, and the vibration is on a low dimension.
So could you base
So-
you guys love just the good things in the world?
No, I don't know because there's a lot of bad in the world, but we have to love
Yeah,
it.
but isn't
Love it.
hate also a form of love? Some say it's even a stronger form of love.
I think so. I think
Well,
in order to hate something, you have to love it.
It takes a lot of energy
Otherwise,
to
you
hate.
just
Because
that's
you
the
have
point.
to be
That's the
passionate
point.
about
Yeah,
it.
that's the point.
Yes, there
Which
has to be
isn't
passion
passion
behind the
against love?
hate, but you could neutralize hate with love.
Some people
Can you
say they love
neutralize
bacon.
love with
Do you think
hate?
that's a thing?
I don't think there's a reversal there. I don't think you
Some
can do
people
that.
say they love America. That's a non-tangible.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Because-
that is true. Yeah, that's a fucking idea.
So you can just love, just keep saying love and it becomes a thing. You can say, I love that there Trump.
Actually-
I love that there Biden.
There's proven experiments that
there is,
just
dude.
by putting love into water,
Flowers.
flowers,
Plants.
waters, plants.
This is a real
You can
tangible
talk
study.
into water, and you can feed it love, or you can feed
Well,
it
that's
hate.
all like broad spectrum things.
But that's real though. That is a real
So-
experiment.
Yeah,
So
that's how you raise something.
Right, but there's another thing I'm telling you.
No, it's
Love is a weapon.
chemistry.
No, that's how you raise something.
Love ultimately is a weapon, and
Building
it can be
chemistry.
used.
How you build it, aka how you raise. Therefore, that's
I
why
don't
I'm
know.
a loving, hating
I'm-
guy.
Well,
That's why I hate to love.
Well,
and I
there-
hate
you-
to-
well, I mean,
love to
let's
hate.
get
talk about that study
let's
real
get
quick.
real. You have to have yin and yang, in the dark and the light. But always remember that the shadow was born in the light, and the light will always outshine the shadow. So, whether you embrace it or you don't embrace it, love and
But
hate
if there's
goes
only
together.
one light and one
There's
dark,
yin and
there's
yang.
always a bigger gray area.
But you know what? The light will always outshine the dark, but it's always there. But it can't outrun the light. Do you understand that? Am I saying this right? Am I getting my point
But
across?
you want people to go
Darkness, no
vertically,
darkness
and
without
some
light.
people
Exactly.
go horizontal on their ladders.
What did you say? Put the
Okay.
mic back.
You can't know lightness without darkness, and you can't know darkness without light.
That's right, and you can't hurt a candle by lighting many candles by one. I mean, that's the same thing as love. Is that tangible? Is that the solid you're talking about? Because-
I'm not. It's
and
not like
there's
I don't think
different-
we're trying to
Can
discredit.
you make
it.
like a powder and then call that love
there's
powder?
also different levels of love.
Just because you loved creating
the
it?
love for my children is not the
Cocaine.
same for the love that I have for the grass outside, but that love the grass outside, I love just as much.
The experiment that she brought up earlier, dude. So for those who don't know, it's an interesting study. An elementary school, or it was a junior high. It was a junior high school that put two plants in like containers away from each other in a hallway, and the whole school was in on it, and they did the same things nurturing wise when it comes to keeping it alive. Plant food, water, sunlight. They did the essentials on both plants. And the school was told to talk shit or say hateful things to one plant, and then to the other plant it was to groom it, love it, express good things about it. And it wilted and died. The one that got shit talked to within the first couple of weeks, it died of from a lack of love.
Yes.
Essentially, yes.
Because we're all sentiment
Just-
beings, whether we're a plant or a human.
And the other flourished. It didn't only stand up taller, like and you see it like they have a time lapse of each day of how it went. It didn't only stand up taller and like more proud, but it bloomed. It started blooming way more leaves, way faster. And
oh yeah, love is.
it's fucking crazy.
It's-
I mean, it's a real tangible
That's why
chemistry
every
behind
green
love.
thumb you know has a loving heart.
I could believe that.
Yes, I
The lady I
agree.
just got my
If-
plants from,
yeah.
she was a nice
People
If you
who
know a
make
plant
good
lady,
weed, dude.
yeah,
People
shout
who
out.
grow good weed
Yes.
love
Plant.
their weed. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
right.
They
And you
put
can taste good
tangible
weed. I mean,
evidence into the weed.
anything. Even cooking. If the cook loves his job and he's out there and he's
Passion,
humping
yeah,
it all
that's-
night and he's cooking for the people and he loves and
Humping
he's
my meat?
yeah, he could be.
I'm mad.
Oh, with passion. As long as he's passionate with love about that food.
I always just care about
and
the
he's
egg
sending
flavor.
out that food, you can bet your ass when he gets to the table, it's gonna be the best goddamn food you ever ate. You know what I'm saying?
hell I make.
Like there was love in it. Now if there was a hateful cook back there, you'd be wishing
You
you never
tasted
went there.
IHOP.
Yeah, you'd be wishing like this greasy motherfucker, like what's going on? Like no tip for the cook. Like,
That's
sorry.
goddamn IHOP. You
You
just
gotta love what you do because you're putting it out to the people. And
Just-
there's
is
a
that
and
Alan
there's,
Jackson?
has everybody worked in a restaurant?
Yeah.
I never have.
Dude, restaurants are so fucking true when it comes to the movie Waiting.
Waiting?
Has nailed every lifestyle.
I
of,
haven't
like,
seen that.
what? It's
Yeah,
with
you
Ryan
have.
Reynolds. and
100% you have.
they're
Really?
fucking
Got
crazy.
Andy Milonakis huffing fucking whipped cream all the time.
Not only that,
I don't know.
the
I've
fucking-
seen Shameless.
It's got Dane Cook. He's a fucking
Dane
shredding
Cook.
cook.
Yeah, Dane Cook's in
Holy
it.
fuck.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds is in it. Yeah, it's a big
Dane
movie.
Ryan Reynolds.
Justin Long is in it.
They fucking
More importantly, Justin Long is in it. That guy's a good.
So it just shows the background story of restaurant workers, and they hate their fucking life. The waiters and the cooks are just alcoholics, and the dishwashers are stoner kids, and they want to be rappers, and
It's great, dude.
they got it so perfect. Like so this, the Karen is bitching at the waiter. The waitress goes up and is like, I got a fucking Karen. You know, they don't say that, but you know that's what the meaning was.
Yeah.
They start pulling pubes out, rubbing steak on the fucking
Oh
ground, dude.
God, see that's what I was saying.
I worked at IHOP, dude, and those ratchet bastards, dude. I was only like 15, I think, and those cooks were
and
that bad.
okay, so
Just so you know, if you
Okay.
ate at IHOP in Kalispell in 2005, there's a good chance if you treated your waiter bad that you probably had a pube,
I'll
some
talk-
spit. Legit.
you know,
That's, I'm not
talking
kidding
about,
you.
a lot of things happen around food, good and bad things.
A bottom of the story, love the people that are fucking serving you, dude.
Right? Yeah, because to make them feel appreciated, don't forget to tip
Just
them.
because they go to work every day doesn't mean they're peasants to you.
Right.
Right. I mean, there's
I don't understand that, how
somebody's
people
king
can be
or
so
queen.
mean.
You know, you think about that
Just 'cause you
single
have a
mom
few dollars
going to
to pay
Burger
for
King
dinner,
every
fuck
day.
you,
Think
man.
about her. She's going to Burger King every day. She's busting ass, man. I worked at McDonald's when you kids were little. You know, I
Oh,
bust my
yeah.
ass for you kids.
International
I won,
Father
you know.
That was
That's
dope
right.
as
I won,
fuck,
you know,
dude.
I won awards, you
Hey,
know.
what happened to that?
I was your hero. I was your queen. But you know what? To that motherfucker that was in the, you know, truck treating me like an asshole in the drive-thru when all I was trying to do was spread a little sunshine. Hey, welcome to McDonald's. Hi, this is Larissa. How may I take your order?
He's like, give me my food, otherwise you'll die.
I was just here 5 minutes ago, you fucking bitch. And like, please don't talk to me like that, sir. You know, it's like,
But I did rub my butt cheeks on
I
it.
worked really hard, but you know what? I was somebody's queen.
Do you guys
I
remember
was
growing up
somebody's
in
hero.
McDonald's? Like they used
Like,
to
tip
have
your waitresses,
the-
think of and your waiters and your cooks and all of your servers, especially the ones out here in the pandemic right now.
You guys remember McDonald's had the first PlayStation, like not PlayStation, as in like
Oh
the
yeah,
gaming
the plastic,
PlayStation?
big plastic toy things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that no.
No.
For
It was
virtual.
it was 4 sets of gaming.
Yes,
squares.
and they had the Nintendo 64, and they had like the blue and yellow controllers.
Yeah,
and
and you
red
all sat around
controllers.
it.
Mario all the way.
Oh yeah.
That was fucking
Me
crazy.
and Ty would
dude.
ride like, I don't know, X amount of miles on our bike just to go hang out above work.
Hell yeah, and get
Not
kids,
bug anybody, we'd be in there just fucking getting
kids
it.
cones and fucking video
Kids
games.
cones?
I never
Yeah,
thought
ride
I,
those
you
little
know,
fucking.
I never thought I'd work at McDonald's though, because you know I was always like a cook. You
It's
know,
a stigma.
I like
You know what I
worked,
did?
I worked at State Line Pizza,
I
and
worked
then
one shift. I said,
I-
yep, never again. And I left.
I cooked for the, you
I
know,
worked at Subway for a total of 4 hours one time.
Hell yeah.
I cooked for the gentlemen of In Fisherman magazine. You know,
Shout out
to
gentlemen.
them. You know, at the Shore Lunch Cafe.
Dude, they had the biggest picture in the world. They had the picture of
I mean,
like,
I was
this
proud of that.
huge sturgeon, dude.
They called me their
Like
singing
12
cook.
feet, maybe more, 20 feet.
I was back there just cooking,
How
you
big was
know,
that sturgeon?
cooking
You
their
remember?
walleye, singing. You know.
That was a cool environment, the little
It was.
cafe. Yeah.
It was. And you know, that was the first people that ever honored me about my cancer. You know?
Okay, we need to get into the slides. I do want to, like, because there's shit that I really, really want to bring up during this shit. No, some other guy. That's Levi asked you that, like,
Yeah, you were excited about 6,000 on Friday.
yeah.
Okay, so. Okay. You know, I don't even know, you know, there's things
Don't
to
act
me.
like you don't know.
No, listen, that, you know, that come to me.
Yeah,
in
you
my,
follow shaman
they
residents
just
out
like,
of Italy
they
for
just,
some reason.
well, I really do. It's like, that's how it's hard to explain because I'm not saying, oh, I'm an alien, I'm perfect in you. I'm an angel on earth and I'm perfect in you. I'm like, no, I'm really human. You know, I'm just like anybody else. But you know, I've had cancer. I've had. I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain that. I said it was a fractal from my source.
Can I ask you a
I
question?
said Jesus was my homie, and I'm a fractal from my source.
What is the Gaia resonance?
Yeah.
Okay, it's not the
Gaia.
Gaia resonance. It's the Schumann resonance.
Okay.
Resonance, and it talks about Mother Gaia, which is the planet's heartbeat.
Who is it? What is it? Where is it?
Okay.
Don't get away from the idea. We want to know what it is first before you
Okay.
give us details
First
about
of all, it is the frequencies and the pulses of the Earth that is being measured from the Earth that is coming off of the sun and the space weather. And I'm not going to pretend that I'm a scientist or an expert on the Schumann resonance. But what I'm going to tell you is that the numbers matter. And the reason they matter is because, you
it.
know...
What do the numbers represent? The frequency of what the Earth is
Of-
vibrating at?
the solar flares coming in.
The frequency, the numbers that I'm reading are the heartbeat of the Earth, which we call Mother Gaia.
Okay.
Which affects us as humans and all sentient beings that live on Earth.
Okay, here it is.
Because
Here, no,
she
thank you,
herself-
Evan.
Yeah,
Evan, go ahead and read that off, Levi.
Yeah.
She herself is a sentient being.
Okay, so
Thank
the
you.
Schumann resonances are a set of spectrum peaks in the extremely low frequency portion of the Earth's electromagnetic field spectrum.
Energy ley lines.
Schumann resonances are global electromagnetic resonances generated and excited by lightning discharges in the cavity formed by the Earth's surface and the ionosphere.
In the ionosphere, yes. And that's what is...
All right, thanks,
okay,
Evan.
thank you.
Can I just
Yes,
jump in
'cause
there
that's-
for a second and
that's
tell
the
you, add to
measurement.
this? The solar flares come off the sun. They shoot across the galaxy at millions
Oh,
of
yeah.
miles an hour. I mean, when they hit the Earth, that's when the Schumann resonance happens.
So does that knock us off
It's-
for access?
So it's the
It
corona
very
mass
possible.
ejections.
That's a good question. That's a very good question.
And the solar winds that are coming from our sun.
So it actually
Yeah,
has
that's
nothing to do with its heartbeat.
No,
then.
no. Yes, it does. Because I'm not getting...
Okay,
you guys
the
wanted to
vibration.
talk
Water
about
to ice.
for
I got
example.
water to ice.
Okay.
So
hit me.
before Friday, what was the highest you ever seen before Friday?
Yeah, the reading.
Oh, it was 800 on my birthday.
Okay.
Between November 31st and December 1st.
Where can you go to check this?
But,
What do you use? What do you use?
Italiano, Schumann
It's like-
resonance.
It's a Schumann residence out of Italy. I remember it.
Italiano,
Yes,
Schumann
yes.
resonance.
And I do watch the Schumann resonance out of Italy because there is one out of Russia.
Well, what does that
But-
mean? You watch
Okay,
it?
the Earth. Okay, so the Earth has been
Schumann
measured.
resonance.
It's always.
Is it a show?
The Hertz. Okay,
No,
can
it's
I
a
tell you
website.
that the Earth's okay? It was 7.83 hertz. That was her usual. So back in I believe it was in October of 2018, whoever was keeping an eye on this resonance and the peaks, because the peaks are also indicators of volcanoes, earthquakes that are coming to Earth that are caused from solar weather coming from the sun, which is corona mass ejections, solar winds, and all that stuff. So it really does. It affects here on Earth, and the Pacific Ring is lighting up. This is showing the spikes. You know, these things are real. I mean, if you want to look at the Schumann resonance and then look at the volcanic activity and the earthquakes that are happening within
Okay, so
Within-
we're looking at 170
within
hertz.
you know,
Peak.
hours of the Schumann and the frequency, you
Okay,
can
so
watch
what
the
is
volcanoes and the
170
earthquakes go off. on Earth.
170
That's a
hertz is a
reality.
lot.
That's true.
Right.
Because the Gaia
And it went up
resonance,
to like 6,000. If
Is
it's
it-
watts, if that's how it's
the
measured.
Gaia
it's
resonance
6,000.
usually it chills at 30 hertz. So when it spikes to 170 hertz,
Find
the
your.
whole world goes crazy.
Spike 2021.
Violence breaks out, earthquakes, volcanoes,
Yes,
tsunamis,
you know,
all
it
these
can,
things.
okay, so
Well,
everything.
frequencies were covered up EPs, man.
OceanNews.it.
Oh, how do you? What do you
Oh
mean?
man, I got some shit I could show.
OSURENEWS.IT.
Pull that up for us, Evan, would you?
You
Yeah,
can,
sure. What do you want?
Oh, sure.
Oh, sure news.
What do you want?
OSURENEWS.IT.
Hold on.
H-U-R-S.
Oh,
Oh.
sure.
so,
Oh.
anyways, so until
Oh.
forever, this this scale didn't go far from 7.83 hertz.
So it can't be.
And you can hear people now that's talking about the Great Awakening, the ascension of us humans. Okay, first of all, Earth is speeding up. Time, that this is nothing we can. There's a cycle of
Does
the
that look
Earth
familiar, Mom?
and the polar shift.
Disclosurenews.it, I guess.
Oh, there it is.
Disclosure news?
Yeah.
There it is.
I like,
Italian.
actually, Levi,
Got it,
dude,
yeah.
it's crazy that you read that because it looks like a legit thing. Oh, sure, news.
Oh, sure, news. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
What the
and
fuck,
it's just like it's just the world's fucking.
What is it?
Oh, sure. News.
Disclosure news. No, it's not OSHA.
Yes.
Dot
But
Italia.
disclosure is OSHA in there.
Yeah, isn't
Yeah,
that crazy?
yeah.
No, I am.
Disclosure. Oh, sure.
It's good.
So, anyways,
Here news,
there's many reasons
right?
I watch
Here's
this
news.
because
Disclosure.
a lot of this stuff. I'm not going to say I'm a scientist or I'm a professional, but these are the things that I have an intuition about.
Disclosure news.
Something had led
Dot.
me.
Yeah, it's still it.
I'm going to say back in I don't know years now that I have been watching this. It's like something in my life had led me to watch
That
the-
what?
the
IT.
heartbeat of our planet.
What led you there?
And
How'd
how-
you find
But
it?
disclosure news is all
You
one
know,
word. bro.
that's the thing that
Oh.
It's okay.
something in my life had changed, and I can't turn back because I started awakening, I started ascending, I started. When you, that's another thing, because when you embrace the love frequency,
You had it
the
the
frequency
first
of
time.
our
There it is.
bodies
Go up,
will
go up.
raise to higher dimensions. So it's like a radio station. I'm tuning into different frequencies
No, go down.
than
Right there.
people that are vibrating
This?
in the 3D
Yeah.
and the 4D. And really, there's no
That's it.
3D anymore. We've already moved to 4D.
Scientific
So
graph.
So, you know, my
So-
frequency is being tuned in where I'm like, I get information where a lot of this stuff, I don't know
You know
where it
what's
comes
crazy?
from. Like, I'm,
Okay, so
That Evan wants to play Grimoire in the fourth dimension.
listen here.
Grimoire is on its way to fuck. Like,
Fuck yeah.
The fourth dimension is so crazy. Like,
My-
Mom says we live there.
if we think about
Can
the
I-
fourth dimension,
Yeah.
it's
a
what
weird
we're
thing.
doing right now, but
and I
it's
see you.
in the next level. Like, honestly, it's really crazy. Like, if I look up the definition, it gets crazy.
It's so
and then
weird,
it gets
dude.
crazier.
Yeah,
and then
it's
it gets
so
crazier.
Okay,
dude.
so,
The
yeah.
fourth, the fifth, the
There'll be,
sixth, the
there'll
seventh.
be a time when we'll
There's
never,
up to 10.
we'll never use these words. We won't need them.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
we
we
can
will.
speak telepathically.
We will
Well,
need
we
them.
will. if
Hold
we
on,
want
I want to
but we
add
won't
to
have
what you
to.
just said because
So-
I've been watching this show called Project Blue Book. It's been discontinued, but Project Blue Book talked about the idea of humans actually being receivers of frequency, and that's why when people say they hear or they've received a message, it's literally scientifical fact that you can.
Well-
Your body is like a fucking
I was
beacon.
right there.
It's so weird, and so
Well-
people that have been abducted in Project Blue Book, they were talking about how they were hearing radio signals and shit in their fucking heads
So
that were from thousands of miles away. So they
that
would
ties
tell you,
into the fourth dimension.
yeah,
Because
it's like a spirit has awakened
so
when you got
weird.
when you got abducted or something. They were
It's
talking
like
about
a-
with Project Blue Book. They were saying that the people who got abducted were hearing radio station signals from California,
Well, we
and they
have
were
told-
in,
hey,
and
can
they
I
were in
sit in for
Michigan.
you, Levi?
Yes.
And they're in Michigan,
Yeah,
and
hold
they're
on,
like,
I
that's
gotta
not
pee
possible.
anyway.
But when they would go on a paper and they would write down the message, they would check the fucking radio station in California, and it was completely accurate.
I want to say something right here. If you
Where's
do
the-
your research,
where's the microphone?
Frequency, I got it. Frequencies cleaned up BP, the BP mess in Mexico.
Well, yeah.
They put in this fucking beacon that pushed out, I think it was 375
There's a lot.
megahertz or some. There's a specific number in these frequency waves that they put in the water that, I shit you not, the very next day, you went from black water, totally scum shit, all oil
because
infested
frequencies
to
are healing.
bam, back to fucking blue,
You can
crystal clear blue water.
So,
Yeah.
Dude, is that
Go
a
Do
real
your
thing?
research.
That's
do
a
your
real
research.
thing.
No,
Thank you very much.
It's totally
So, like, go back to frequency. Okay, going back to
And he
love,
always
it's
has
the
some
same-
good shit.
But,
Dude,
you know,
he does.
if
Don't
you
fuck
He's
with me.
always got
if
Don't
you-
do it.
good shit.
Oh, right.
That's very
Dude,
good.
I'm glad to have you in here.
Thank you.
You know,
Hi.
if you take the
My name's
frequency
Aaron.
of love, it's the same thing.
Um,
You can, the frequency of love can, you know,
so they were doing.
hate can, they have a different frequency and
Having
love
your
has a
chief.
different frequency. So.
So
Let
the
him talk.
wave technology that they have right now, we're talking about. They use waves against the people that they don't like.
Frequency
Yes.
waves.
They
Brain
hard,
aneurysms.
dude. Hard
Brain
to-
aneurysms.
5G.
Yep, brain
So-
I think
aneurysms.
5G's
all kinds of
basically, I
shit.
mean,
No,
we're
we're not talking about 5G. We're talking
H-
about warfare.
Yeah,
Oh,
frequency,
yes. On the
frequency
Warfare.
warfare.
HAARP, look it up. It's a high frequency machine that
Oh, yes.
fucks with
Well, I
everything,
know about
dude. It's
HAARP.
in,
So
Can bring
you're
1,000
fucking
people to
with
their
people
fucking knee and shit and
frequencies.
they're pissing out
So
blood.
the actual frequency of
That's
music
microwaves
that's supposed to be
through a
played
drum.
at
That's just sound,
is
sound waves.
actually
On
not
sound
a thing
sound
because Nazi Germany. Okay, so check this out. Nazi Germany actually changed the frequency that music's supposed to be played at, and so they change it completely. So when you listen to music, it's not actually at the frequency that you're supposed to be at.
Keeps you at a lower
Dude,
vibe.
That's mind
It gives
control.
you-
That's
we have
mind
the
control.
numbers? Like, does anybody have the numbers?
Actually, there are numbers. Like we can talk about it. We
Yeah.
can
That-
look it up.
That was my
I
next
can't
question.
look it up because I'm on the show now. But
That was my next question though for you, is that do you know the number, or have you come across it in your research of the actual frequency that love is?
I know that the divine
love-
frequency of love is 1111.
love.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking
For
about
numerology, yeah.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can
talking-
Love itself.
You can
I'm
honestly
talking
look
about
it
the
up.
actual number.
Can I get a Jamie over here? Can I?
Yeah.
We need a Jamie, yeah.
Can we get a Jamie over here? What's the frequency of love?
like.
I'm doing that right now. No shit. 528 hertz. 528 hertz.
I would like to do a own personal study of myself.
528 hertz.
Wouldn't that be fucking crazy?
Yeah, dude.
So we're talking about fucking frequencies, right? So the government actually took over a frequency fucking project, and they literally fucking took it over, and they turned it into a weapon.
Yeah, HARP, dude.
They took
HARP is fucking.
They
up
turn
in
it into
Alaska, up in Alaska.
so we're talking about like wave frequency fucking weapons.
Yeah, dude.
And storms.
And it's changing people's behaviors and shit, dude.
And so like now we're just like we're accumulated into this group of people that just like listen to frequencies, and now everything is becoming fucked up. Like,
could you imagine that the Capitol riots were a highly targeted frequency?
Well,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? And then everything just fucking sparked over.
Would you think about it?
Or
Isn't
even-
that so fucking weird? Because, you know, people's frequencies relate to human emotion. And so
Yes.
when we're talking
Yes.
about human emotion, like, we talk about waves. Like, it's a wave of things that are happening to your body. But, I mean, really...
That's part of another thing I wanted to talk
got us
about.
a good vibe.
How many waves can you take before you go
Before you're nuts,
Yes,
dude.
because
And
they
you know,
can do
this
that.
also ties into
Repetitive sounds.
quantum theory, quantum physics.
Rare.
Right there.
What is it?
This is quantum theory.
It says electromagnetic EM attacks are not only possible, they are happening.
They are
One-
happening.
One may be underway as you read this.
No,
Even
restart.
so-
Restart.
Electromagnetic
I don't want to read the
attacks
whole
are
thing,
not-
but this
I'll read
is
it, I'll read
this
it.
is important.
Okay,
I'll
he'll
read
read
If
it.
you want to read it
No,
from the
he's
top,
got
go
it.
ahead.
Well, let him.
Go right ahead.
He's
I'll
got
read it. The problem. Okay, go back up to the first. The problem, and this is from
Okay.
spectrum.ieee.org,
Yeah.
and that's the source you can guys go to.
So we're spotting the source.
It says
They're talking about the
in
Ocean
2000
11.
It says in 2001 action movie Ocean's 11's criminals use an electromagnetic weapon to black out portions of Vegas.
Yes.
Very futuristic, you must say. But the threat is real and it's ever growing. The problem is growing because the technology is available to attackers has improved.
Has improved.
Even as the technology is
But
being
that's-
attacked.
Because they've already used it.
But think about it.
Hold
I
on, let
mean,
him
Oh.
if you're gonna be a fucking terrorist, how are you gonna attack people?
Silent.
Right.
You could use
It's
frequency waves
silent.
through
It's
walls.
Yeah.
With
Frequency
fucking
waves.
waves.
Like dog whistles.
Yeah. Okay. So
We
this
love
goes.
Tesla on the show. Everyone
Okay.
loves Tesla, dude. Nikola Tesla is
Absolutely.
the one who designed HARP.
Yes.
He's the godfather of
Yes.
Love
yes.
Nikola
all shit.
Tesla.
So we're talking about
A lot of shit.
we're
Yeah.
talking about a lot of waves.
Yeah.
So this ties into we're talking about what is it called, Christian? No.
Christian's
He's
out,
outie.
man.
So we're talking about it's
What if that's your gateway to Gomorrah, dude? Like the fucking
Frequency waves.
to play into the
frequency waves.
Yeah. the five
What is
arms
it?
of valves that open
God
up
damn it,
the
he's not here.
pyramids. and stuff
So
like
we're talking about. Have you ever seen Down the Rabbit Hole?
I haven't.
Down the Rabbit Hole.
No, I haven't.
Oh my
I
Oh my
have.
God, we were gonna watch
Hey,
that,
Tom,
but
we
we
watched
never
it
did.
already.
Did we?
It talks
we did.
about wavelengths.
We
Okay,
I watched
so-
this.
we
Yeah.
did.
So they do
Yeah.
this experiment. Okay, so we take two slits.
Oh
okay?
yeah, with the two slits.
Dude, what
Carries.
if we're on?
Oh
what if
yes,
you're
we
onto
definitely
something?
watched this.
Like frequency is the answer to all.
No, we watched
Yes.
this.
Did you imagine?
No, it's
It
so
is.
weird.
It really
it's
is.
so weird.
And that's
Here,
why
and
ascension
sending
is
it to
important with these
different
wavelengths right
They-
now because
they-
of what's
Whatever you
coming
do
at
with
us.
this one,
It's so weird
that one
because
is
they do
effective
these
no matter
fucking
how many miles
do these
apart they are.
tests.
Yeah.
And they take
They'll
two
do
slits
exactly-
and they
yeah,
shoot
they'll
fucking
do
waves.
exactly
through
the
it.
same.
Well, on the other side of the fucking wall, these waves,
Make it
they
wave
literally act different
Yes.
because you don't actually watch these waves do what they do.
Yes.
How can you watch
And if
waves?
you watch them, they
There's
act
no
different.
fucking way.
Shit.
But
Yeah.
when they put a camera on these fucking
and
waves,
watched them.
they act
differently.
differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't actually act as waves. And this
Yeah.
this is something that's
That's
like
a fact.
phenomenal and like nobody talks about
They know
it, but
that they're being
just
watched.
because I'm watching you.
fuck
Yes,
up.
I'm
everything
not my
acts
God.
di-
They
yes,
know that they're
everything
being
acts
watched.
different if
I
it
swear
knows
to
it's
God.
being
This is
watched.
on this show. It's a documentary or what?
This
Down
is
the rabbit
actually a
Down the
theory.
rabbit hole.
It's,
Yeah,
it's called
on
it's
YouTube,
called
right?
down
Was
the
it on
rabbit hole.
YouTube?
And so it acts on waves. Like these
Yes.
people fucking look at this shit. Okay, so they look at the fucking waves, and they act differently
Just from
you
your thoughts.
looking. No,
Yes.
no.
It has to be.
No. Okay, so waves act as waves
Okay.
when you watch them.
We have it right here. 528 hertz is known as
Holy
the
love
shit.
frequency.
Can you
Oh
imagine?
my
And
god.
they
It's
just that was what you're talking about with Hitler. That was the
Women
Hitler shit. That was the
orgasm.
Hitler shit that you were talking
Guys fucking blowing loads all
Oh
day.
my
Like,
God.
I just
Wow.
didn't love.
I just
All
got
right.
hit with the
Okay, so
frequency.
what's the song?
It's called the release.
528
So-
hertz? Oh my
so-
god.
That
let's
should be a
get
new
it.
song, dude.
That's
How do you think
You
it's
know
crazy
what?
right
Song.
now?
so I also had
hertz, the
another
release.
song title.
Watch
It's called
out!
I have a
can
song,
hit you
too.
with my
Black
deep
guys,
frequency.
stiffing pizza guys.
Yeah, it's just everywhere. I'm tripping.
So I delivered a pizza to this guy, right? Well, it was a chick, and she had fucking hickeys and black eye. She had a black eye, like a clear black eye.
I
And
told
guess
her.
where I was?
Holy
In
fuck,
Parkdale.
was
Oh, it's
awesome.
so fucking weird.
Ah,
A black.
Take over.
Oh my god.
Right in?
I mean, how fucking typical. Black eyes, hickeys,
I think
stiff
she's
and
in
pizza
your
guys.
car.
Well, hold on, could I add to the typicalness? Was she in a
Absolutely.
wife beater in basketball shorts?
You know, it was really.
You know what?
She wasn't a white beater. She wasn't a fucking white beater.
Aw.
Sugar Rocky
Yeah, I opened
Or
the door.
fuzzy
well,
pajama
well, I
pants.
mean, she opened the door because I mean, at
It's
that
like
point, it's
Cookie Monster
fucking rape,
pajama
right?
pants.
So, Jesus Christ.
She had pajamas,
anyway,
had
she
pants
answered
on
the
with
door.
tube
She had a
socks.
black eye, and I looked down her neck. She's got a fucking hickey. Why the fuck? And then she's like, "Oh yeah," and she's in a fucking wife beater. You know, so like I can see nipples and everything. I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "Yeah, it's like 48.57." She's like, "Yeah, here's 48.57." I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "Yeah, cool, whatever." And then I got in the car and I was like, "Holy shit, that's a song. That's a song title." I was like,
48.57.
Black guys,
Dude, what if the black
stiffing pizza guys.
What if the black eyes came with the hickeys? Like,
Well, I mean,
you know, like,
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry about your face and your,
it's so weird. I mean,
but here's some hickeys.
did I
too.
not think about that already?
damn.
though? That's sick, dude. I was like, oh shit, that's a fucking song title. I even threw it up on my fucking band page. I was like,
Dude, I want to
holy
hear
shit.
your album. I want to see. I want to hear
So
any news on recording.
so last Sunday, yeah, it was me and Josh. So nobody fucking showed up besides me and Josh.
Oh no, we heard about a little bail Christian did on you.
Oh no.
Fucker.
Oh mother. Where the fuck? Okay.
No, he's
Yeah,
a condition.
napping.
We'll give him some a little credit. He
We'll-
showed.
we'll
He
give
did
him
what
a-
he had to do.
He didn't fucking show up.
He is
He
taking
was
a
passed
nap.
out on the fucking
Please
couch.
do not.
And you know what?
discredit
I don't blame
Christian
him because
guy.
I was so
Or-
fucking hammered on Saturday. I blacked out. Apparently, I fucking slept on the floor. The weekly bust. Like,
Oh, dude, you were in bad condition, buddy.
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
it's okay,
sincerely.
man.
I'm so sorry.
You had a good time.
Apparently, I had a very
Good,
good
very
time on Saturday. So, I mean,
Yeah.
was it worth it? Yeah,
Probably.
I'm not gonna take it back.
Okay, Levi's back.
All right. You ready to jump in, bud?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
528, Love Frequency album.
What I was gonna say was, oh my god, it's the frequencies that fuck with shit that is so hard that it's,
Maybe that's the answer that was asking, or you were asking, the definition of love.
the
No,
definition.
it's
What
frequencies,
is what is that though?
Right.
Like that's what's fucked up.
It's really hard to explain. Though. I mean, is love even explainable?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
We were down the rabbit hole, if you will.
I mean, yeah, it's called down the rabbit
Frequency is the faster the vibration is.
Right.
with the
right.
rap.
We understand.
But I
so
call myself, you know,
so it's
the love
quant-
weapon.
it's quantum theory is what it is. It's quantum theory. It's quantum physics.
That shit's deep, bro, and it's hard.
It's super deep. Quantum theory, quantum physics states that no wave cannot act like a wave unless you're looking at it or you're not looking at
A
it.
manifested wave.
It's so yes.
Basically,
Yeah. So
That's so fucking
the
weird.
stare
I
gives
can't
it the
handle that,
stare
dude.
gives it the
Quit fucking with my brain right now, dude.
okay, I'm fucking with your brain. Okay, so if you look at quantum theory, right, it states that when you hear sounds, yeah, you hear them, but when you look at the sound wave actually,
Acknowledge.
Remember the water experiment?
It's so weird.
because of the way that you look at it.
Isn't that weird?
It's so fucking weird.
What does it mean?
It means that people fuck, but like I
Hard.
feel like everybody's so disconnected lately. Like it's so weird to like look
Sex
at a
is a
fucking.
sacral sacral
I don't know.
energy.
He's not meaning
The
fuck.
water-
No,
That
I'm
makes
not
sense.
meaning like fuck, like
You know,
actual
I mean,
fuck. It's like
People
fucking.
fuck.
Watch
Yeah.
who you're
Yeah,
fucking.
it's like the fucking.
Watch who
the
you're
fuck
sharing,
way.
sharing your energy. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you remember
Exactly.
the water
Yeah,
experiment
I
I
fuck
showed
with
you?
I mean, I fuck with that, dude. I mean, that's a fucking way.
I mean, that,
Is that not a
really
fucking
is,
way?
right? I mean, I'm not talking the physical level, but I mean, literally.
No, physical, emotionally fucking distressed people, like those waves that you send
Right.
to like somebody,
Or
you're
your
like,
vibes.
you're like
That's why it's
holy
contagious, dude.
Your vibes.
That's
that
why
you
hate's
carry.
contagious.
Either way you want to
Love
call
is
them vibes or
contagious.
You know,
Yeah, you just don't know when you're gonna drive with somebody
I've
or
been
hit
listening to
on
this fucking
somebody.
song, and it's like, you know why you fucking hate me? Is because that's all the world has even seen lately. And yeah,
That's pretty
you know what I'm
good.
saying? It's pretty hardcore.
That's
Because
what
like, dude, that's all the world is seeing is hate. It's just hate.
Yeah.
It's just a bundle of fucking hate.
I mean, at
And
least
so-
that's what they're
There's
showing.
time right
And
in
so,
ladies.
when you see a gem or you feel the waves of the fucking Gaia resonance, like I haven't even gotten into fucking Gaia resonance yet. It's
That's new to me as well. So
the Gaia
Wow.
resonance is the wavelength of the fucking Earth.
yeah, that's what she was saying, man.
So
Well,
it
how the-
reverberates and you feel it because that's why we're alive. It's the Gaia resonance.
That's why you
So
take your
the-
shoes off when we do
Because
that.
she's the heartbeat that gives us our heartbeat.
Yeah, it's this weird fucking
She is our
religion.
mother.
What do we do smudging? Remember?
The Gaia resonance.
She gives us a right to live here.
So the world actually does work on like I'm pretty sure like 32 hertz.
That's what we need. I want to figure that out.
528.
Let's
or-
get Levi back in here.
7.8
I need somebody that's
is what
I'm so
Mother
sorry.
Gaia, but she hit 6,000. Well,
Where's
that,
Levi?
at least that
I'm
was
pretty
with
sure
the,
it's.
that was the spikes, you know.
Pretty sure it's 32 hertz.
6,000, yeah.
Anyways,
Is that hertz
You
though?
could be right.
It's
528 hertz.
Well,
because the Earth is spinning so
I mean, I'm
fast.
not good on the
It
numbers.
gives off this fucking.
that was my main
Yeah,
concern
sure.
about when we were googling fucking
I'm gonna have Levi come in.
because
right back in.
you dropped a number of 6,000 whatever.
Right, on the Schumann resonance.
But the highest was ever, what was it, like 157?
yeah, these are new records. And that stuff is
That
way
was
back in.
2020.
Yeah.
Oh, so that wasn't currently?
No, these are not. No, the current was just
That's what I-
yesterday at 6,000.
Yeah, but you
I said 800 was the highest
that
I had
hertz?
ever witnessed it.
is it watts? What is it?
That was.
What is yours? What is the one you reference? Because that's not fucking hertz. It can't be.
It is
It's-
hertz. It's
No.
8,000,
No,
6,000.
I don't think so. I think it's watts or something. It has to be.
You're on a sound platform.
It's on a sound platform, so it'd be hertz.
See,
It
that's
has to be
7.83. That's her hertz.
7.83.
Like I said.
Hertz.
That's why it doesn't make sense. The
Hertz, don't it?
6,000. That's not hertz. There's no way that's hertz.
That's the
It's
base
a
level.
That
me
would be
see your-
shaking this planet.
It is shaking.
Hard.
That's
No,
what I'm trying to
yeah,
tell
it's
you.
shaking
Tesla
right
created
now.
You're
earthquakes
not
in
going to
that
feel
same
it if
context.
you
That's
access.
You would feel it if it was
feel
that
it.
dramatic.
Yeah, and
100%.
earthquakes
I feel like
and
we'd feel the-
volcanoes and typhoons and
Yeah,
space
are there
weather.
any going on?
I guess those hurt
you
winds
can look
could
it
have
up.
went back to that 3 million fucking
You can look that stuff up.
vibration from the
And
moon.
even on that,
Is that
from
a
that
total
site that we
research?
were on,
That's
what
it
I'm
shows
saying.
if
Your
Evan was,
vibration.
I'm telling you, if Evan was to
That
pull
hurts.
up that,
I can't
was
get
it?
it understand.
KHZ.
That's killed by sun.
So
if he looked up that site, we could see what the charts are saying. But it also shows.
6,000 kilohertz.
It
That's
also.
what that is.
It
What's a
also.
kilohertz? What's a
Kilohertz is 1,000 hertz.
No.
That sounds right though.
It also
so
shows a
1,000
map of the
kilohertz
volcanoes that
is
are
one
happening
hertz
and
in
the
Mother
earthquakes that are
Yeah,
happening
that makes
around.
sense.
Yeah.
So it
6,000.
wasn't even at its target number then.
So 6,000 kilohertz
Would
is
be
equal to
6.
6 hertz.
Correct.
So
now that
the
makes
Earth-
sense to me.
It's a
Very hard to
vibration
grasp
of
that.
the Earth.
See, look at that right there. An isonic, what is that? Isonic
Yeah.
tone set to
So
7.83 hertz.
7.83 is at about
Also known as the
8,000
Schumann
kilohertz.
And trains your
yeah, that's not-
consciousness
the
to the
whole
resonant
fucking Earth is
frequency of the
fucking
Earth.
That's why I was
This-
curious
Sim,
about
shut
what
up.
yours was being measured in.
So,
So we're
if
looking
you,
at kilohertz.
like I said, if you go back and look at the spikes that
so
happened
she's
the other
right.
day,
It's probably about
Yeah.
8,000 kilohertz.
and if you looked at the spike the other day at the 6,000,
Can you look at your
Wait.
post and
Yeah,
see?
where's your phone?
It's gonna drive me nuts
Okay, so we're gonna go hertz.
well, they were on the site, and I was just going to
because
say,
you were
but if you
riled
went
up
to
about
that-
it, and we
and
want to
yeah,
know because it's become
because-
a focal point. So we need the actual shit that you're talking about.
because,
I don't
well,
want to guess. I want the actual
We'll
shit.
we'll take it for a minute.
yeah.
We'll go back to the McGregor thing.
Okay.
No.
We
I
didn't
saw
get to
some
watch it.
bucks on that, buddy.
We didn't get to watch it either.
I know we got fucked, man. Dana White kept his word, dude. So Dana White said anybody that's attempting to do anything illegal to watch the show. I'm not saying that we won't, but allegedly, if we were, we didn't get to watch it because
It
of some
might have
shit.
not been though.
But pay-per-view people got like 75% of them didn't get to watch the show even though they paid for it. Their fucking network went
So
down.
according to Eddie, he said
It wasn't the fucking.
What's the
Amazon.
source on that though? I didn't know.
There's no
Dashner Boys.
Source.com.
Okay, whatever. Apparently, people who pay for pay-per-view fights tonight also got fucked.
okay, so these are the charts.
Yeah. So show us where your 6,000 shit.
See, the base, that's the base,
kilohertz.
and this is
6,000
today's
peaks.
today's
So
peaks.
what's the bottom left of the chart?
Kilohertz. It's 1,000 of a hertz.
Hold on.
6,000 kilohertz is
Kilohertz
Kilohertz
is
is
a
1,000 of a hertz. So it'd be
megahertz.
60 hertz.
So,
So it's vibrating high right now, actually, you guys.
Yeah, it's actually.
Compared to what it normally is, it's seven. It's what was the number? 7.
just a minute, I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show
6.8.
you
it's-
what.
it's lower.
6.8
Okay, so these
hertz.
are the peaks.
So
So
it's
see, this is
6,800 fucking kilohertz.
where we went to 6,000 the other day,
Kilohertz.
which would be that was in. Okay, let's see. This was 6,000. See that spike? It's never happened before.
Yeah,
Are you
it's
seeing that?
1 to 1,000.
It is a hertz. It is a hertz. You see this? See that spike?
Now
Okay,
I'm-
according
Okay.
to according to
You could show the spike.
No, what's the source here?
Her.
That
This
is
is
Italiano.
the Shuma. This is the Shuma. The news.
Yes, out of
Disclosure
Italy.
Disclosurenews.it. So
And this has never happened before, and I'm telling you. So I get on and I just tell my people on Facebook because they love and trust me, and I'm just like,
so it spiked
You
to
know,
3,000. That's
that, and then 2 hours later it went to 6. I have pictures to prove it.
Yeah, so
I know what I'm talking about.
and it
So
really did. It was
432
measured in hertz.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I said I'm not an expert, but I'm not stupid about what
It
I'm
did
talking
reach
about.
6,000.
Okay.
So
So-
Well, it was measured in
Two different
hertz. It
things.
wasn't kilohertz or nothing. It was
And I
measured in
have
hertz.
a screenshot of that.
What
I
happened
do.
that day? Did
But
anything
anyways,
cool happen that day?
there. What I'm
No, she
being,
said it'll
what
take
I'm being
effect in
told.
like 2
Yeah,
or 3 weeks.
Yeah, and no, but there was actually a hit almost the exact same time. See, right now it's just at 10.
Earthquakes.
What the
Earthquakes somewhere.
Yes,
Okay.
but I have a
I
screenshot
can't remember
of what we
exactly.
just
There
went
was
through the other
several
day. But
crazy.
I'm just
There
saying
was
that
even
if
some in
you
Montana.
are to watch or you get to know this, I'm not an expert. I'm not into this humanism. I'm not into any of that. What I know is that our bodies as sentiment beings living on Mother Gaia, which is Earth, who is also a sentiment being, who is also going
Okay.
through this with
So
us.
there's a thing. There's a
Basically,
thing.
I've been saying she's in,
Okay, check this
in
out.
labor, and right now, shit is cracking loose. I'm
So,
just saying. I mean, let's be
Hertz-
aware of it.
So music is played at 440. It's supposed to be played at 432, and the only reason that is because Germany changed it during World War II to make their residents feel more fucked up and more
Mind
disconnected.
control.
And it stayed.
Subliminal messaging.
That was from the Braille.
Subliminal
different
messaging.
range.
That's what he's
Isn't
talking
that
about.
crazy?
First of all,
That is
That's
First of all,
Subliminal
You
boom.
see that?
6,000.
It's the current
Boom.
reference frequency for
6,000,
tuning
the chart
musical
is going
instruments
That
is
is fucking
440
crazy. Look
hertz.
at this.
Some theorists and musicians claim that the
Thank you,
432
sir.
tuning has better effects on the human body. But it was originally played in 432. It was not 440. The Germans changed 440 and they played it to all their fucking everybody. All the civilians,
The Third Reich.
everything,
How is that
everything.
even possible that we didn't feel these hertz get smoked
Oh,
off?
So,
because
and I
they
took
do
this at
every day.
12:47
Anxiety,
p.m.
The
fucking
frequency
depression.
wave, that's
That's
been pointed to you.
This is the
Yeah,
thing.
and I
This
took-
is a weird thing to talk about because
Nobody ever talks about it, dude.
no, I
And
talk
look at
about
these
it,
charts.
but 440 is the standard
And earlier
now,
was
even though it
3.
should be played at 432.
And earlier was 3,000.
And you're talking about 443,000.
Watch these charts.
Did it make it more erratic or
Killers.
more violent?
Yes,
Violent
Look
100%.
at the
It
difference.
makes you feel
Why
more
haven't we gone
disconnected
back?
from the economy.
Well,
440
You changed-
is
okay. You said they changed it and it stayed that way. How
Uh-huh.
come? How come?
the Germans wanted to basically detach the people from their actual
Their
Are we talking
emotions.
that
feelings.
it was
Their
supposed to
It's
be played on
440.
Third
radio
Reich.
station?
The Third Reich.
We're talking about everything.
Like YouTube, radio, all
YouTube.
There's a
radio,
difference between.
fucking
Show
everything.
us
I just want
So
to
it's-
clarify.
it's
There's a difference between
440
Germans and Third Reich.
You're
There's a
looking at
difference between them.
440 hertz.
Make sure you put
It's,
that.
It's a part of the same thing. It's all the
44,000
same system.
kilohertz, which disconnects the human body from actual feeling, and it disconnects everything that you want to feel.
I just need to process this. I think
I know,
Is
and
it
it's
no?
a
So,
lot.
so you're telling me that Nazis
There you
changed
go.
the frequencies
Of the
were-
music.
No, I know, I get that, but like that you're hearing over radio airs,
Subliminal messages.
Anything,
recorded.
everything.
Let's just say CDs now,
Well,
or
okay.
fucking
I can,
MP3
I'll
or
look
whatever.
it up right
Little
now.
Nicky, Chicago.
So the
the music-
kilohertz frequency basically changes your mind process because you're listening to these sound waves. It's wave technology that is not at like a fucking human molecular fucking moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get
like
that.
it's all fucked up.
But that you're saying that the things that we're hearing on TV, radio,
yes.
What
those are the standard hertz that they
440.
changed
TV
and America
programs.
adopted it.
Yes.
What he's
That
trying to
is
say is
surprising.
all hertz
It's all
connect.
fucked up.
All hertz
It
connect
makes
to your
you
emotions.
more disconnected to the human civilization
Okay.
than people even fucking realize. When you're playing at 432, the brain goes into a sedated, relaxed, calm state. But at 440, the brain actually goes into
A military.
a sedated, fucked up state of anxiety, and that's why there's so many people with anxiety.
Yes.
It's because
Brain
we're literally playing everything at 440 when it should be at 432.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Music's not the
Yeah,
only
but,
problem.
I mean, like,
No, music
It
can heal
literally
and just
fucking
as well as it
look
can
up
destroy.
Touches the
432
tip.
hertz,
Tell them about the water
and you're like,
experiment.
Okay.
and the
Just
whole
the tip.
Let's not get too strung up
Let's
on
not
it. That's
get-
fucking
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
let's not get too strong.
I mean,
Levi, let's lead into somewhere else.
440.
I don't know where we're at.
I don't know. We need
well, we were
yeah,
talking
you got it.
about the Schumann resonance
we're
and
done
why it
with that.
mattered. Okay,
Let's
well,
move on.
I'm just saying that it affects us and it affects our
There you go,
planet.
Levi.
Okay?
Yes, well, we
Go back to the slide. We need
Sorry.
that slide. Yeah.
There it is.
But
Oh.
leading off with those wavelengths, I wanted to go straight into the future of where I think medical is going.
Weed?
No. Medical in
Stem cells.
general, health and wellness, body,
Not
mind,
there
body,
yet.
and spirit. Okay.
She's getting
No,
one.
you're there. We're
What
not
are-
where Eddie's talking.
Okay, so from hitting from the waves that can hurt you to help you, I believe that our future of medicine, like healing viruses, bacterias, mental illness, we're looking into the age of crystal healing, like the Atlanteans did,
It's the age of Aquarius
and
now.
frequency waves for healing, tones, healing. These are things that are going on now, but they're not,
Didn't you just talk about a place that's using where was it at? No, is it Norway? I'll be
Norway and Switzerland.
I know where that they're using crystal, like spas and shit. Or what?
Somewhere, yeah, you did
I don't-
mention that they
yeah,
have a
yeah.
crystal bed.
Yeah, well,
Cologne,
Switzerland.
Germany.
I can't remember
Somewhere
the
in Europe,
location,
yeah.
but I've been telling the people that know me that okay, so yeah, we take a lot of pills. We do. That's what's handed out. Doctors really aren't in the business of curing us.
Yeah.
They're in the business
There's no
of
money in cures.
right. There's not. But there's going to be a time because our bodies can no longer handle really what's happening to Earth because. See, the Schumann resonance goes into a whole thing about Earth, but it really all comes down to us also because what the Earth is going through, or so is we. Like, she is ascending, and so are we. We're riding her. We're on her. We're with her journey right with her. So, as she moves up in her frequency waves, there's only natural that we have to, as humans, move up in our frequency waves. And if we don't, we're getting sick. I mean, so there's more to the depression and the waves too. There's also us vibrating at this low level as our.
So what do crystals do that involve that? What do you...
Oh, crystals. Oh boy, that's a really crystals also touch on.
Is that a good question?
So
I mean, because you were talking about crystal healing and shit.
No,
like, well, I'm just confused.
Yeah,
crystals,
what is
waves.
the benefits
Okay.
of crystals or properties of crystals that help?
Oh man, it would take you all night just to talk about crystals alone. I'm
No,
just saying
we're
with the
asking the basics.
combination.
We need the basics.
Okay, instead of
What's your
needles.
Wikipedia answer?
Okay,
Generalized.
Yeah, generalize it. Don't go into any
Jesus.
bullshit with us. We want to know what the hell.
No,
is
everything
the
we
healing
ask,
power.
it's.
I know
Okay,
it's
so-
a
I'm
25-minute
It,
speech.
it's hard for me. Okay, so hey, I'm trying here.
Generalize
7
things.
chakras, 7 crystals can align those.
What do
chakras.
they do?
What are the
They put our
chakras?
body that's out of balance into balance. That's what crystals
So it
do.
neutralizes energy.
You got a,
These waves.
you got a,
I'm
sex,
just
you got a
confused.
sexual chakra.
Energy.
You've got a heart chakra. You got a feeling chakra. You got a brain chakra.
gotta
You
get
got
him
a
She
in.
has something to say here.
Higher
too.
Get
self
him
chakra.
in on the show right now.
Apparently,
All
he's
right.
doing a better
Yeah,
fucking show than
that's
my
the
mom's
right.
just struggling with questions here.
All right, here's the
she's
thing.
struggling.
She's not understanding the questions,
struggling.
and she
Sorry.
doesn't smoke so much
Okay.
before
Doesn't
she
do
starts
anything.
these
Go
shows.
ahead.
All right, you got several chakras inside your body, and they start out in the colors, and the colors are the tones.
So colors are crystals.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
You start out with your bottom chakra, which is
The root.
root chakra, then your sexual chakra, then your
But what does
Stop.
it do?
your
That's
your
not-
sexual
Do you know the
chakra.
answer to this?
Your root
You
chakra
know?
grounds you to the earth.
She looks like she
And
knows
she-
the answer to
She
this.
knows the answer. I know she does.
So with crystals, they can like hold energy, whether it's negative or positive. They
So
can
it's a
take
bank?
away. Yeah, they can take away energy and give energy as well.
Yeah, they transfer
On
energy.
different energy.
But
like
can
a
you
different
empty them
kind of
out or
energy.
do you have to
Yeah.
get a new crystal?
Yeah,
Okay,
Can you empty them or do you have to get a new one?
That's
You
a
gotta
fucking
clear
They
out.
fantastic
actually
question.
do, like when the moon's at a certain point, you have like moon water that you make, and that's how you cleanse your crystals.
Fuck,
Yes.
Okay,
And I
dead
do this
on.
too. Yes.
So, just so we can introduce who that was Brittany, Evans and one today, and
She's
shit,
fucking.
I think that's what we needed. I mean, that was the
honestly,
question. That was the
she's
question I was
great.
after. I was like,
Well,
so
I was trying to say that. You know that it neutralizes the balance in our body, and that's like how she's saying it. You take the energy in, you transfer. It's an energy transfer.
so where does it go when
basically.
you empty the energy?
You know, it's really
Back in
Back to
Energy
the
is no longer
universe.
created.
You
or
recycle
destroyed.
it back to the universe.
Quantum
It's
Universe is
cleansing
on
the
a-
crystals.
But if
It's
you're-
quantum
If you're
technology.
actually on the ground, why don't you soak into the ground?
Right, that's what I'm
Works.
thinking. Are you returning negative energy to what you just retracted it from?
Okay, so
Pushing
if
it
you have a
somewhere.
cancer, you have a
Transform into back.
basically you have a chakra somewhere that's unaligned,
Quantum.
and you can
Yeah.
use
Quantum
crystals to
technology.
realign
Yeah,
your
exactly.
chakras. You can use pendulums. You can use crystal.
No, the question
bits.
is
Quantum.
mine is
Technology.
when you empty or recycle the energy.
When that moon water hits your crystal, it clears
Where does
your
it go?
crystal.
Well, you can
Do
charge.
we know? Do we know?
You can
It's
charge
right
your crystals
there.
in the sun.
Quantum
You can
So what do you
recharge
charge
that
them.
bad
You can
water and
recharge
then
them with
evaporate
blessings
it?
with
Is
your
that good?
words.
Is that back to the universe?
Is it filtering it? These are questions that I'm just curious about. You know, the
Or is it
scientific
making it
reasons.
less bad?
The scientific reasons of medical healing with crystals.
Okay,
I need to know.
Okay, that's the thing. You can only give somebody. Okay, I can't give you all. I can give you tidbits because I can tell you. But you guys say I go in too deep. Well, it's hard not to go into deep because the crystal. I'm talking about the future of medical healing.
Yeah, that's what
I'm
we're
not just
asking.
talking about the crystals. You never let me get to the light therapy, the sound therapy,
Well, there's
and all that
questions that
comes
come off of
comes
that
off
shit.
the waves, right? Because we were talking about wavelengths and we went into the waves because frequencies also heal the discorded frequencies in your body, your auric field, your etheric field.
There you go.
So will crystals and the lights and the tones. You put that all in one hospital, you could make people could go, there wouldn't be
I hear-
hospitals full of viruses and bacteria because you can kill all of that. Without medicine, without shoving a pill in
So
our
why
throat.
don't you set up
You could
something,
put-
or
you could
maybe
put the-
even talk to influence
You could
someone
put the right
to
stones.
building something like that.
Oh, I'd love to. You could put the
Yeah,
perfect
like
stones
Does the sound
Proactively.
outside of a hospital that would neutralize every virus and bacteria it came in contact with before you even walked into that building.
Why
You
don't
could
you
be purified
proactively
on the
get a hold of
outside.
someone that might be, capable of doing something like that?
Well, this is, come on. I'm not like out in the public going, hey,
And why not?
but I
Why
should
not?
be. You're
Because
right.
they consider it kooky.
Well, here I am,
No, it's not
and I
kooky.
have ideas
Well,
about
they consider it
The
that.
healing-
only reason
healing-
why it comes off kooky is because she is not organized.
Right. Well, okay. So here I am, Larissa Cosmos. I think we can heal multiple millions of people by a different way of healing medically, and I don't think it has to do with pills and doctors and surgeries and all that. Yes, it works today for what we have, but there is a wave of the future, and I believe that wave
Look at this. We
is
got doctors over here doing ready to do
is
shit.
neutralizing viruses and bacteria
So
with
there's
their
a hospital
crystals.
already with this.
Yeah.
So quantum wave technologies is an
Alternative
alternative medicine.
medicine
West
company.
New York, New Jersey.
Yeah, fuck those.
Go ahead, Levi. I want
What the fuck
to.
they're doing.
Is there any definite? It's a LinkedIn too. So this is a real thing already.
This is already a real thing.
This is fucking.
Okay, so
How about-
I didn't know
how
about
about
this. So this is
wave
this is what I knew from my age,
technologies?
from my own ageless wisdom. This
Human
I
mind.
didn't know what's
Oh,
going
weird.
on.
That's
So
so
I'm glad
weird.
to hear that somebody
Yeah,
is
that's the
doing
Summer,
first
this.
so Summer
That's
has
the
the same
first thing
idea.
that comes up.
So
is,
okay, so that's
It's fucking
where
amazing.
that's
human mind.
okay. Thank you. Well, that's where I feel like our future of our medicine's going because we're sick of being sick.
Well,
And
there
we
was
don't have to be
4
sick.
credible doctors that have their doctrines in medicine.
You-
There's-
okay,
there's-
so-
that are supporting this.
There's
Okay,
great
so I
brain
wanted
index test
and going
leather.
straight. Yeah, well, of
There it
course
is.
you can always
Bang.
see Great Graydon. He's awesome.
If
He'll-
you want to
he'll tell you
find
about
the
all this
secrets
stuff.
of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration.
Yes, thank you.
Who's that, Tesla?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Tesla.
God, he's a stud, dude.
God
So
damn,
ahead of
he's
his
a
time, dude.
fucking Chad.
Okay, so
God damn,
yes,
I love that
boom.
guy.
Thank you.
He's a Chad. Come on.
So going from the future, what I think is the future of healing in all the world and globe, because we will be, I really do also believe we're going to be one community, and we will heal naturally, and with the right frequencies and hertz in our lifestyle, we're going to love more too.
Okay.
We're gonna love more. We're gonna love more. I don't care. I believe love is coming. Love is coming in waves, and it's coming, and then we will live in a new world. And then go straight from that. I want to talk about when you go to bed at night. I want people to understand that I live with multiple medical problems that have lost my ability to walk. I have lost my thyroid. I have had
Don't
cancer.
get into that yet. 'Cause
Okay, I won't.
have
But
a
I
question
want
that's gonna come
okay,
up from that.
because this is what's going with the medical thing here. I'm
Okay.
still on the medical thing here, but I want them to realize that when they go to bed at night, I don't care what you do in your life. I really don't.
You want to hear something crazy?
If you
Because I think I know where you're going with this. But for the first time in my life, I meditated because of you guys. Like
You better have.
before sleeping, because I meditate a lot. She knew this a long time ago. Like when I was going through prison and shit. What made me better was meditation.
Meditation,
Yeah, dude.
actually.
So, but
changes.
I never meditated before sleep, and I did the other day, and I fucking for my first time ever that I can actually qualify and tell you that I believe I astral traveled because
100%.
I met an individual in this briefing room. I was being debriefed. I even told you guys about it.
Yes,
I was
you
being
did.
debriefed, and there was this guy that was not from here. He was fucking sitting there, and he was a physical being.
That's the guy.
But
That's
he
the
didn't
guy.
he didn't have no fucking face. Like there was no face in this dream.
Mhm.
And these guys were talking to him, but I
Maybe
was,
there was the time you just can't tell now.
and I remember that like looking at this individual in awe. I'm like, what are you? You know, like I was in awe in my dream, and he was like, the way I can describe it is he was white in color, but he radiated other color like a rainbow on the inside of him.
Rainbow.
And
Dude, yeah.
he was, cause like we were all at this fucking like briefing table, and I remember looking at his hands, and he had like white skin, but you could see all the veins in his fucking in his arm and shit, and they were like so little, like there were little tiny veins, but he was my size, faceless, but radiated like information almost, like we knew like
Like a fucking
us
rainbow.
being there around this individual.
telepathic communication.
We were getting
Higher
like
self.
information, dude.
Uh-huh.
And I was looking at his veins, and like I couldn't get the information that these guys were talking about because I don't know who they were either, but they were talking about it. I just remember studying his hands, and like if you could draw like with a mechanical pencil veins in all around this person's arms, that's what it looked like.
Cool.
And when I looked at him, he looked at me too. Like it was a weird thing, dude. But I woke up and I told Cheyenne, I was like, dude, I fucking was somewhere else, dude. Like legit.
No,
Dude,
legit, like,
dude,
you
so-
fucking
welcome
met
home.
somebody.
Welcome
Yes.
home.
So-
That was
Right.
your higher
Yes.
self.
Well, yes. Well, that's
You got
that,
somebody.
that leads to where I am today.
That
too,
was-
2011 and
that's where we
astral
all
travel.
are.
But
Yeah,
that's where we
anyways,
all are.
I was
I
talking
met
about
somebody,
healing,
yeah.
and I was.
That
thank you
was-
for the story, son. That was awesome because you
No, that's
called
great,
me
yeah.
about it too, and I know it about astral travel, and I do a lot now. But the first prophetic dream that ever woke and shook my life and has changed me since the way really created who I am today was in 2011 from an astral travel prophetic dream. But why I want to talk about how to, people are hurting right now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pandemic, people are, they're feeling lost, they're feeling scared. Like I said, we lost beautiful people already, to suicide. So I want people to know that, when we're sick and we're worried, our body hurts. It hurts worse. And another thing is the Schumann resonance will make your body hurt too, your joints and
Hold on, I interrupted
But-
you. You were onto something like before you go to bed.
Yes, and that's where I'm getting to. I want people to, I use John Moyer, but you can use, whatever guided meditation you resonate with, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Guided meditation is someone
Yes, and
talking
I
to you as you meditate.
Yes,
As
I
you
want
sleep.
Yes,
I did,
I want
It
you
helps
to,
you like drift off into bed.
Is this robot guy?
No, this is the actual
this is
person.
beautiful. His name is John Moyer, and he's
Okay, I hate those.
Robot.
and he's talking just
Such a turnoff, dude.
and he's
Just-
talking just like we are right now, and he's taking you on.
I
a
can't
journey.
handle that shit,
And
dude.
he's reminding
That's as
you
much as I get out
that
of it.
you're
I'm
a
like, fuck
positive,
this.
loving being, and that when you wake up in the morning, you will feel positive and beautiful, and that
Who is this?
everything.
David Moyer?
Okay, I'm telling
Are
you.
you going to bed?
Okay, so I recommend. This is me personally. I personally listen to him. Me and Royden listen to him.
Okay.
His name is John
It's been
Moyer,
hours already.
Moyer, on YouTube. And recently, 5 days ago, he came out with a fantastic guided meditation for sleep. It's 8 hours long. You probably won't even get to sleep 8 hours if we're lucky on it. Right
Yeah.
now, anybody gets to sleep 8
Be like
hours.
4,
But
maybe.
it can play the whole time you're sleeping. But the one I'm doing right now is I think it's
I'm gonna fuck with it. I'm gonna try it. That's another thing I'm gonna try.
getting in talking with the universe while you're
Just put it at a
sleeping.
comfortable level for
But he
yourself.
has one with talking to your connecting with your higher self, finding your guardian angels, raising your vibrations. This is what life's all about: is raising our vibrations. And when you raise your vibrations, you no longer live in fear, and that's what's going on in the world. A lot of people are living in fear right now. They're living in fear of a virus. They're living in fear to pay the
We get it,
bills.
yeah. No, we get it. We get
Yeah.
it.
So when we're raising our vibrations in our sleep, and there's nothing else you have to do. I don't care if you have bad sleeping habits. I don't care what you do. There's something about a meditation that goes in beyond your mind that we're using right here to talk, to think, to feel, to see.
That's only
We have our what is it? What is it? Our subconscious mind.
Subliminal messaging.
It
That's
wakes
what I hear
it
too,
wakes
yeah.
up, and yes, and that's what it does. It basically
That's the Nazis.
and everything that
It is not.
I'm not I'm.
It's
I
not
just talk about
except
it.
for a good way.
No, it is. Well, it basically it is.
Can be used
It is.
however you want
It could be used anyway. If you wanted to
You
hypnotize
can
somebody,
use that
you
to
could.
also-
It's not the technology
Good.
that's bad, it's the
You're
person
looking
that's
at.
using it and their intent
I'm
behind
looking
it.
Exactly.
That is
Oh,
100%
It's
accurate.
thick there.
I know
statement.
it's
I don't
good.
care what
It
anybody
looks
says.
kind of.
lumpy.
Yeah, it does.
It's
It
weird.
doesn't look.
But, anyways,
Huh?
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't look great.
It doesn't look right, does it?
it hasn't for about a month or so.
But it's just scarring. I think you get really skinny too, so you lost a lot of weight physically.
Yeah, and that's another thing, and I'm gonna blame that on not just because.
You're blaming it, or is it?
Well,
Or
thank you. I'm thanking it, congratulating it. Absolutely, I'm welcoming it because I've been sick for many years. I gained a lot of weight from being sick
You think
after
that-
thyroid cancer, and now I'm on the up and up. I feel like I'm looking better. I'm feeling better.
Technology out there that you can record or monitor your own frequency.
I would love to.
Maybe with an
Shit, right.
Apple Watch or something.
Let's see when you're going into your gamma rays,
Wouldn't that be
which
cool,
is your
like an
astral,
app?
your astral sleep and your.
Oh, like a sleep study machine.
No. Well, yeah, kind of, but not even while you're sleeping, but while you're actively, because you can monitor your
Heartbeat.
hertz, right?
Mhm.
I wonder if you can do that with an Apple Watch or something, where you can monitor your own
You
frequency.
can change the hertz. You can change the hertz because it's a vibration of what you vibrate at it's very strange.
Yeah, and if you can, like,
I
could
feel
you
like-
imagine if you can actually notice your hurts being fucked up? You're like, man, I should probably think some positive shit.
But I bet they
They've
have the
always been
technology
fucked
for
And
that,
that
but they
was
don't give
another
that to
place
the
I was
people.
going with that.
It's always been
You know,
fucked up.
like people are getting mentally sick because they're thinking, you're like, oh God, you know, how am I going to pay my bills and this and that, right? There's another way of that. You changing up your hurts and your vibration, because instead of going, oh God, why is this fucking happening to me? It's
Right.
fucking my life.
If you
so it's
can
fucking
notice it though, and
downhill.
like it have something
You know,
tangible on your
instead
wrist, be
you
like,
go,
oh, dude, I'm radiating at a 5. I should be
Right.
fucking.
So like a
Yeah.
mood ring
It should
for
be
your
at
wrist.
8.
right,
for your
totally,
wrist. But you-
right.
but
But,
with-
but if you were to ask yourself, you know,
Oh,
what
weird.
am I here to learn? What are the lessons I haven't learned so I could get past whatever keeps making me come back to this same thing? I mean, if you actually do your shadow work,
What a gangster.
You're a
you know,
thug,
do
dude.
your shadow work and look at your life and figure out, because think about it, nothing has happened unless you've made it happen in your life, because we're co-creators and manifestors
Absolutely,
in
the
this
law of
life.
attraction is very
Yes.
real.
So back in 1997, our mother was visited, she says, but growing up we always thought, or what we were told was abduction. So
Abduction, yeah.
after 2011 did she say it was a visitation, but before that she said it was a abduction. Here's story time with Larissa.
We've talked about this
Cosmos.
several times on the show already.
But we've never got it from the horse's mouth, and when we did it shit out, like, again, on audio.
Talk about your abduction.
Okay, so it started out like any other day in Great Falls, Montana.
You're doing that soft talk thing again.
Talk
Yeah.
normal. Yeah.
Okay, well, it was
This is another day in Great Falls, Montana.
Okay, 1997, picture this, north side, Great Falls, Montana.
Uh-huh.
I'm heading to Kernighan's. I'm about to get, you know, what
Barbecue burrito.
we called a big gulp back in the day. You know, and some cigarettes. And my little sister Deanne was driving her Impala with her little Tasmanian devil sticker on it. And we're leaving our friend Shannon's house. And we're supposed to be just going down like 5 blocks. That's it, 5 blocks. You know, gonna go get some cigarettes, get some pop. Peace out, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank
You guys
you.
have a good night.
It's nice meeting you
You
guys.
too.
So what was supposed to be just an everyday, ordinary trip to the store turned into the rest of my life will never be the same, because of 3 hours that I will never, you know, I remember bits and pieces. And what I remember, oh boy. Okay, so we were down by Kernighan's and next thing you know, we're like in traffic like everybody else. Like everyone's like listening to their music, they're smoking their cigarettes, they're living their everyday life. Well, my sister's like, oh my God. And I was like, what? And she's like, look behind us. So I look over my right, because I'm in the passenger seat of this big Impala, and I look over the right of my shoulder, and I can't believe what I'm seeing. I'm like, I'm looking back, I'm like, I look at my sister, like, her terror is real. I'm confused at first. I look up to see what I seen is a silver ship. And at first it was just like it was slowly gliding above us, like no big deal. Like it was just like there.
How close is it?
From here to Zip Trip.
Okay.
Or
About
Loaf
a
and
football
Jug,
field away?
whatever. No, Loaf and Jug here or whatever.
About a football field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How high off the ground?
And
Yeah,
off
that's
the
another-
ground, I'm going to say about, it was definitely above the power lines, but not, I wouldn't say by too much, really. So,
Pretty.
30 feet, 40 feet above the ground, maybe?
So was that
Maybe
far
actually
right?
when it was coming in, probably at 80 feet. But it was always really, oh my God, that seems awfully close. I don't know if it was ever that. It was close enough.
So was
for-
it 80 feet diagonal?
Yeah, it was definitely diagonal behind me, like definitely behind me, and large enough for me to see that it was a shiny, silver, and it was somewhat dome shaped, and
Dude, that's some classic shit. Like
And-
this?
somewhat kind of like that. And the thing about it is I've never really seen the exact drawing of the ship that had picked me and my sister up involuntarily. So when I'm looking back, and I'm like, okay, by now I'm screaming. My sister's screaming, and my sister screams, "Oh my God, what do they want from us? We're stupid. I thought they want smart people." Well, one thing I remember noticing when I look
Hold
back
on,
at
I want
this...
to go into the interesting fact that when people get abducted, man, or you know the stories, how come they're always terrified?
Because...
It's probably an overwhelming feeling, not like... I don't know, not so...
Like, but the guy who, Travis, whatever, Walter, whatever, the guy who got kidnapped, the Encounters of the Third Kind, the movie.
Okay.
That's a true story.
But imagine encountering something you've never seen, smelled, felt, or ever seen.
You have no idea what it wants. It can be scary.
Right. There is a fear. I mean, you can't help but be scared because
just like
I'm
if you
going,
see a zombie, bro, you're
like, first of all, what do they want?
Yeah.
Although
and if
all
they
zombie
take
movies
me,
aren't scary.
Am I ever coming back? Like, you know, you grow up and you hear stories, but you know, honestly, like, sci-fi was a big thing about aliens, but you know we're hearing about them more now than we ever did. You didn't talk about this, you know.
It's just a curious thing. We don't have to go into huge detail on it. I think it's really curious for me to think about a person that immediately. I mean, you see shit all the time that you don't expect. You're not scared.
Well, you can imagine my excitement when they finally came out that that we had visitors from another planet coming here and shutting down our missiles, here at the Malmstrom Air Force Base.
Yeah.
1957.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll never understand the relief I honestly felt when they said that. And I'm like,
feel crazy.
Well, it was validated what I have been telling people my whole life. This happened in the same town that this happened, and they're still mystified that they could shut down all the missile silos at once, which we can't do as military. But these beings,
that's a real incident. You guys can look it
our
up.
friends, our guardians, like Guardians of the Galaxies. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. So our friends that are coming down here are saying, no, you're not going to do this.
Which implies there's one Peter Quill in the world. And you just
I mean,
okay.
When it comes down nut to butts,
Fuck with that.
I mean, I'm glad that this stuff is coming out because I used to tell my kids, they were excited. They're like, Mom, you were abducted by an alien. I mean, you didn't talk about it. I'm like, you don't talk about that to your friends. You don't tell your friends that.
She was embarrassed. We talked about that. What was it like?
I told everybody.
Yeah, same here.
Right. I'm like, you won't have any
Was that
friends.
last episode that we went into detail and we said that she was embarrassed of it?
I think that
2 episodes ago?
2 episodes ago, yeah. With Ghost
Yeah,
Jerry
because I mean, I'm trying to make I'm trying to live this normal life after this experience. I couldn't explain. I mean, how do you tell people that what I seen was this silver-ish ship? I mean, it wasn't a large ship, so I would have to say it was probably a
how many feet?
A guard ship or I don't know.
How many feet?
It wasn't the big ship.
Like was it like a fucking?
I'm gonna say that ship.
Sideways or what?
I'm gonna say that ship probably wasn't. From what I remember of that ship, wasn't much larger than this room we're sitting in.
Crazy.
And the thing that I remember the most,
plenty of space.
For a ship for sure.
Yeah, and for
totally
even
do something in that.
Right, and for the part of that is that both me and my sister Deanne went through this experience together. Neither one of us recall what happened inside that ship. We do not recall what happened to us inside that ship. I only know that I changed since the day that ship dropped me back into my sister's car 3 hours later.
So this is where I wanted to talk about that as well.
But I want to talk about the thing that surprised me the most.
Okay.
First of all, it was never a ship I had ever seen on any sci-fi movie or TV.
Okay.
Because the ship that I had seen had these huge, large windows. And the one thing I'll never forget is that they were standing at the helm. There's what I remember that I could really see looking back was two pilots.
Were they like chariot riders?
Like 2 pilots. Like, you know what it reminds me of? It's like a hovercraft they were standing in, but it had a because when you're on a hover, those things the kids ride now with the lights.
Okay, so like the Jetsons fucking spacecraft.
No, they sat.
No, they sat. No, these
Yeah.
people.
I get that, but I'm talking about like the shape with the
Oh,
windows.
yeah, maybe.
Kind of. Well, they were still, you know.
Yeah, how did you see them?
Still individual windows.
Were they dome windows, or was it like
They
a
were
window
square.
like a
They were.
windshield?
To me, I remember them being very square,
Like a
almost,
windshield?
almost like the size of that picture frame, square. But they were larger. They were larger because when I looked, like, okay, and then, you know, like I said, first of all, it wasn't the shit that I've always seen in TV.
Yeah.
Second of all, these things didn't look much different than you or I. They had larger heads. They were humanoid-looking beings. So then there's another confusing factor. Like, these are in alien suits. Because they are. They have the alien suits on. I remember
White
them
people,
clearly.
or like...
I don't remember skin color. I just remember them being just very humanoid-looking and...
That's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, cause the color wasn't race. I was more getting to, like, was it green? Was it like
well, you know, I don't know. I don't remember that. That's parts I don't remember. That's, you know, maybe.
Right. Well, I'm just serious. You know, what I mean, like we always get the the gray aliens, the green aliens.
Syrians are blue. Syrians are blue.
Whatever.
You know, but
we don't know.
Like the
okay.
Somebody does, but we don't.
Okay.
I want you to talk about the planet where you said, well, we always grew up hearing that nobody else acknowledged it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-mm.
You said that normal life was going on, everybody else around you didn't notice it.
Why didn't you guys pull over when you first seen it?
Well, that was a weird thing because we were in traffic.
And
Yeah,
where's the last
there
place
was no-
in town?
That's what
was
we're
no-
trying to talk about. You guys were in traffic, and you said
Yeah.
you were the only ones.
Okay,
to
so
see
the thing, see, that's the weird thing.
So if you're focused on that,
And
are
that-
they like driving you because you can't really pay attention?
That's the thing I'm wondering because one minute we're driving down the road, we're just having an everyday, ordinary conversation, smoking cigarettes, hee hee ha ha, and then actually I didn't smoke cigarettes back then. I was just getting a big gulp, and then there's this ship we see it, but I remember looking around, and everybody around us was doing everyday normal things that they would have been doing in traffic. Smoking cigarettes, picking their nose, you know, bitching at their mate, whatever. Their life was normal, completely unchanged.
When you came to,
So
what
I'm wondering is, what did they put the invisible cloak on and the car was cloaked
You were
out
meant to
of
see them?
society?
Yeah.
Like when we ended up, you know, going missing. Like, how did they take us? I don't remember that part. I don't even remember them dropping us off. All I know is that...
Where did you come to at?
Like, I remember coming to about a block away from Shannon's house.
Okay.
And
With
when
a
we
big
got...
gulp or no big gulp?
Yeah. That is a good question.
See, I don't even remember if we made it to the store. No, we came back before we went. So it was after the store. After we left, which should have been just a down, turn around, because it's a one-way.
Yeah.
Up the other one-way, head back. So, somewhere in between there. So,
Lose time.
within a block, 3 hours. And when
Was
we got
there
back,
ice in your drink?
oh gosh, I don't remember that.
That's
either.
those are details that I want to know. You know what I
I
mean?
mean, I feel like I did have ice in my drink, but the time had been 3 hours
Like it
ahead. But the
froze
like the
everything
car
else.
frozen time
It's
with us.
so crazy.
That I feel like that's a real thing. You know, I'll have to ask my sister. I feel like the ice was still in the cup. It was a real thing. Like, we literally went there and did that, but there was 3 hours of lapsed time. So we get back, and you know, her old man is raving lunatic pissed. Like, you know,
Isn't he?
Uncle Jerry, he's been
Right.
like we mention him on the show all the time.
Weird.
Yeah.
Road rage story. Some
Right.
episode.
Uncle
sometime.
Jerry. Yeah, he's been on the show like 5-6 different times.
yeah. So what? You know, he comes back and he's pissed, and we're like, and I'm adamant. You know, I'm fucking pissed. You know,
Very
I don't
good.
know what just fucking happened to me, man. We were just abducted. You know, like, fuck off. We were just abducted, and he's like, oh, that's a fucking real made up story. That's a real good one. Like, this ain't made up. This is real. Like, this is real.
He said it took a while to believe him, but eventually he did.
He believes him now.
And
Yeah.
Now he believes him.
Yeah, because it's real. Like, there was something changed our life that day. And
Do you know what's weird? I want to talk about this a lot because you guys both got thyroid cancer after this.
No, I believe the thyroid cancer comes from
Agent.
Agent Orange for sure.
Very
because,
well could.
Because when
But
we were
is
little
it
girls,
weird that the two
But
people,
there's got to be some symptom like the blue
but it
straight
did.
out of your arm.
well, the correlation here.
but it did aggravate it.
No,
I
the
mean,
correlation here. Think about it. You are the only two out of the siblings
that have papillary carcinoma and have had thyroid cancer and have had a cancer. Yes,
That's
we've
because
had.
you were exposed to their environment.
I agree with that. Yes,
Now,
the radiation and
you
their
want to
environment.
maybe blame Montesano, right?
Yeah.
But if you really look at it, could it have been because of exposure to radiation, space radiation?
I don't know about that. See, there's things about that make me question, because you can see pictures of me and my little sister as little girls, and we do have swollen necks. So did we just have goiter problems? But I can say that after the abduction in 97, I had my thyroid removed. Deanne's had her thyroid removed. We both had papillary carcinoma.
Isn't that weird?
Which
The
is now,
correlations?
well, yeah, I'm not on top of that only, but we both have lost our reproductive organs. We both had complete hysterectomies.
Or did they fail you, or those reproductive organs were failed
And
during the abduction?
So you know, ever since then, like, our reproductive organs were pretty much disintegrated out of our bodies. I mean, they were making
That's
us
what I'm
sick.
saying.
So, you know, I mean, something correlates and something happened. You know.
Levi brought up the blue string that came out of your arm.
Yeah. So
Talk about it.
that was odd, and I wished I would have kept it so I had proof. But I do have two people who are witnessed to it. I've never had boils or acne. I've always had really good skin. And I believe it was back in 2016, my my armpit started, getting swollen and really painful. And there was literally something that, there was some kind of infection or something going on. Because like I said, I don't have boils or acne or anything like that. And so my friend, she decided she was going to help me because she did suffer from, what is, called a boil or whatever. And she's like, oh, that's got to be what it is. That's what it looks like. Let's take care of it.
Sure.
Well, so we went to, sterilizing it and doing the, keep the warm compress and bringing it to a full head so, whatever was in there would come out. Well, that's what we were expecting was, the usual stuff that a boil comes out with. Well, what came out of my body was literally a blue string that almost looked like a bobby pin wire, but definitely more flexible and soft.
Was it thick like horsehair, or
That's what I want to know too. Is it like a wire, flexible wire, a copper
or is
wire?
it like a sewing needle thing?
This is kind of thread that would be hard to even explain because, like, when you get yarn wet, it's kind of like yarn that was wet, but
So
yarn stays
like
soggy.
plastic.
But
So it
this
was
was
super loose, or
it was flexible,
Like the plastic.
but it was pliable.
did it retract back to the original shape?
No, it stayed that one shape, and and it was like
No, but like when you moved it, did it move with the curve and keep that way, or did it like form back?
Right, did you ever like roll it up?
Never rolled it up or anything.
What
But
did you do with it? Throw it away?
God, we did, and then I regretted it
That's so
because I
weird.
was like, why should I throw that evidence out? There was something inside my body that wasn't mine. It was foreign to it. And then,
What did it look like in color?
it was blue. It was
Yeah.
literally blue.
Like
maybe.
bright blue?
Like
Um,
translucent?
I'm talking like this kind of dark, this blue, but like a darker shade. Like
It's so weird.
it was like there's a purple blue thread that like.
They're finding weird almost microchip looking things when people who've been abducted. There's this doctor, we talked about it on the show.
Oh, well, that's another thing. I may have had a
extracting
chip
things.
in my leg,
Right.
and I still carry, and I wish that, I should have asked from the sample from the doctor that dug it out of my leg. But the weird thing is I almost feel like I had another abduction, but don't remember it. So, out camping, and I thought maybe I had poked a stick in my leg. Well, if you get a splinter in your leg, the splinter comes out, your body heals, everything's good. That's fine. Well, this was wood-like. And that's what they even said when they took it out. This was a wood-like structure. And they never did tell me or give me that, the
Sample?
specimen of what it was that came out of my leg. But that would never heal. It would just bleed.
I feel like
and
doctors
bleed
have
and
an
bleed and
infatuation
bleed
with
and
you.
bleed. Yeah, and I feel like I'm
You're an
guinea pig.
experiment.
Yeah, if people only knew.
Okay. Okay, so we got the abduction down. I think we nailed some of the questions that people been probably wanting to know. And before we get too sidetracked, I think you should talk about those real quick.
What's that?
These.
Your adventures.
Okay.
Because we were supposed to talk
Thank
about
you
this
for-
in the beginning.
Yeah, we totally bombarded you with information. I
Right.
think.
And it's hard for me to talk about the abduction without talking about the astral prophetic dream.
I know. We're gonna get to that, right? But
Okay.
before we miss out on these, they've been
Okay.
sitting here and we just
Okay.
keep it moving on.
Okay, so like I said, I'm a weapon of love. I'm a woman on a mission to raise the love frequency in all humanity. So I feel like if you can make things that put out a love vibration because you put love into it when you put it out, just by somebody having something, they could use it. So, and not only that, what I'm making is I want it to be, I don't know, all the designs will be different. Wow, all the designs will be
She
different.
might even take requests.
Yes, I may take custom orders in the future, but I'm making love jugs for your green nugs because everybody loves weed in their jug nugs, their nug jugs.
Why you whisper?
So-
Weed's legal.
So, well, I'm just saying. That's why I want to call them the love jugs for your bud nugs or your green nugs or however you want to say it.
You don't have to
So-
edit it because Scott said that today.
Right.
The bud jugs.
We don't
Yeah.
really give a
No,
fuck
it's
about
going to be
it.
love jugs. I mean, it is love jugs for
Yeah, you turned
your nug
persuading
jugs.
off the name instantly.
Yeah, it's love jugs for your
I
nug
don't know what
jugs.
that means.
He did today.
Who is he?
Scott from the pot shop.
Oh.
Yeah. So he really liked the ideas, but he didn't think love jugs was the right words. Well, it is a love jug for your nug jug. That's just the way it is. I want the nugs with love in the
I
love
don't know
jugs
if
that
I
I'm
can do the
creating.
green buds thing. but
And
love jugs for your nugs or something.
yeah,
Cool.
I haven't come up with the perfect or the end result, but this was Levi's idea.
Prototypes.
I work with polymer
It's a
clay,
great idea, Levi.
and I've done pendants, and I do fairy
I like the
houses.
end result of this.
But
Me too.
my Levi works on, like I said, 20 past 4, and he said, hey Mom, we sell a lot of incense, so why don't you how about you design a mushroom incense holder? And I thought, okay,
It'd be
I
kind of
could do
cool
that.
actually if that works so proper that it caught the ash.
Well,
Right?
I mean,
I haven't
it-
actually seen it set out like that, which is cool.
Okay, so dual purpose. You got your nugs in your jug, and you got your incense here. Or if you just want to, leave it on the coffee table
I
while
think
you're
you want
always
to leave it
smoking your
on
nugs.
just because, like, where you had this, you just put it over here.
Yeah, put it in. You could put an ashtray in
It's
there.
legit.
Ashtrays to catch your ashes. So yeah, these are the love jugs, and these are over the top. This will hold a quarter, and I'll
Quarter.
these will
Here's
be
a
like
whole quarter.
right. These
I
will
said
be,
laugh for a quarter.
yeah. These will be like your novelty items,
7 grams.
Yeah, this is something that, I probably won't do a lot of intricate ones as much as I will be doing, like the basic model here that's, covered,
I don't think it's gonna sell as
durable,
much as these will.
but
Mm-mm.
these are
A
dual.
few bucks more, I'd
Yeah.
definitely buy these.
Yeah, well,
yeah, they're sick.
I am going to do them, but they take more time and they take more clay, so there won't be as many. I mean, I'm only one girl. I'm making these by myself. And, if the demand gets outrageous, I don't know how anybody else could put my love into my creations. So
I'd like
mean-
to see a shit ton of people have them, man. It'd be cool.
and the dual purpose is cool, and you could do buds, and you could get two, like my daughter-in-law Cassie said, 2 different mushrooms, 2 different best buds.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, okay,
Yeah.
like a series.
Yeah, so I got lots of ideas coming out at you.
You could say the Mushroom Boys.
I mean,
The mushroom,
Mushroom
buds.
Boys.
I will always have my messenger. That's one thing I wanted to make clear. Just because Larissa Cosmos is going off of Facebook, and I am going off
Why?
Facebook.
Yeah, why are you gonna keep Facebook Messenger around?
No, why get rid of it?
I can't
It's
get
the,
rid
it's the
I can't.
silliest thing in the whole world.
Okay, well maybe I'll change my mind one day, but this is what I feel like is best in me, and what I'm doing in my life is best for me to
Don't
get.
you know your strongest audiences are gonna come from people that you know to begin with, anyways, and then you're trying to start up a YouTube channel that is really hard to do. When you have a platform already with Facebook.
Well, I know I have a following and I'm thankful for that, because that means my message is getting out, and it is all about people getting the message, people getting well, people getting better. That's really what I'm here for. And so,
Oh, that's already been touched on.
if
we have quite a few on there.
so anyways, so this is my next adventure. I'm putting love out in the world through love jugs for you nugs.
They're dope.
Okay, what she didn't mention is that this little one's holding Oregon sunstone.
Speaking of crystals,
Yes, and it's infused with an Oregon sunstone.
What did I say? I said Oregon.
Yes, you did perfect, son.
it's a
And-
crystal.
And because it's healing, it is a crystal. And because, like I said, crystals are healing, there's many properties that the sunstone radiates. So when someone has that sitting on their coffee table, it'll help them if they're feeling helpless
Could
or
you
hopeless.
hypothetically say it's healing your weed?
Could you turn this
Absolutely.
into an incenser?
I probably could. I mean, I didn't, but I could have.
In theory, yeah, you definitely could.
Right, that would be over the top. Plus an incense holder. That's really over the top.
Yeah.
But yes,
That's an extra
there's
$5
and I do like the idea of if I do some with some crystals because crystals heal if there's near them, held around them, put in their environment. Like I put shungite on the back of my phone.
Me too.
I put Jingao.
Because it protects me from
Just jokes.
all the bad frequencies we were talking about earlier that I just possibly couldn't get to everything today. There's just so much to talk about.
It's a whole lot. It really is.
And what seems simple to me in this world is very complicated when it comes down to nut to butt. And
Okay, can we reel it in?
yeah, we're gonna have to reel it in.
Okay, abduction leads into 2011 dream.
Okay, and that's when I
X amount of years later, I'm not good at
yes,
math.
and many questions later because there for a while
Answered or unanswered?
very unanswered.
What do you mean?
Like,
I thought you said you knew almost everything that you can't explain.
Well, did the aliens take me, or was it a military
Do you know
undercover? That I always wonder.
Well,
A lot of
the
that
government
stuff.
does say
Yeah,
the
yeah.
government does say that 90% of the UFOs that we see are them.
I mean, because they've already
That
told you
are
that.
United States.
What president signed a contract that they could take us and they could do human experience on experiments on
before
so many
George
people?
W.
I don't remember who it was,
Not
but there was a
Clinton.
contract written, and
Before
so
George W.
Reagan.
and I always wondered, was I
Oh,
one of
that's
them?
a
Was it was I one of the experiments, or was it really aliens? Well, because that's a very legit question. It really is. When you get down to it. I mean, this is such deep stuff. Wow. Anyways, in 2011, I went to sleep, take a nap, and what I thought was a nap.
Are you sure
But
it
it
was in there?
profoundly changed my life.
I think it was.
I thought
I
you
think it
just
was
didn't wake up
overnight.
for a long time.
Yeah, I think it was like you slept really
I
hard.
swear, because you got up at like noon.
No, because I had gotten Levi. Levi went to school. I took him to
Okay,
the school bus.
that's 10 minutes
But
of
you
your
went
time.
back to
Yeah,
bed.
but I went back to bed for like.
That's
I
not
ended
a
up-
nap.
It
That's
wasn't
you
that.
driving me to the bus a mile away,
Okay,
turning
well,
around
okay.
10
Back
minutes
to
and
bed.
going back.
Okay, so whatever. So, anyways, it was
I can
4
drive,
hours.
that's like me driving my kid to
I
the
went and
bus.
lay down. I took him. I
See.
laid down at 9. I got back up about 1:30.
Yeah, you slept a long time.
Yes, which aggravated me because
She
I
was
thought, oh my
pissed.
god, I slept all goddamn day. Why would you guys let me sleep all day? What the hell? I wasn't even here. And then that didn't even make sense because I'm at the same time mad because I'm not awake. I'm also
Was
yelling.
Devin with me? Was Devin?
I thought he
Hines
was. I'm pretty sure he was at that house. I don't know. He could have been there that day or maybe not.
Somebody was.
But-
Devin was, I
Or it
think.
was
I
early.
feel like he
or it
was-
was the earliest of Carrie days, but I'm pretty sure it was Devin.
there? I feel like it was Devin.
I feel like it could have been.
Me
The
too.
weird thing was I was mad because I didn't want to sleep all day. I thought my day had been ruined. But on the other hand, I was screaming, I wasn't even here. You don't even know I wasn't even here. And Dennis was like, well, yeah, you were because I just went in there and checked on you.
Yeah.
And you were fine. And I'm like, no, I wasn't fine. I wasn't here.
He did say that.
Yeah.
He's like, he took her serious. He's like, no, wait a minute. I did look at you.
Yeah, you were here because, I
Yeah,
checked
he's
on
like,
you and you were
weren't
fine.
up at 11.
But that day changed my life because I ended up, my mother's mom, my grandma Gordy, had showed up in a farmhouse outside of Lewistown because that was the last place I was when my mom died, was at my grandma's house in Lewistown at the farmhouse. And for some reason, my grandma Gordy came first, and she was sitting at the table, the exact same table like the day that I heard my mother had died. And she was, I loved listening to my grandma. She was really down to earth. She just knew what she was. I mean, she didn't pretend to be anybody she wasn't. So, hey, grandma's here, whatever. So I'm thinking I'm going to visit grandma, hello. Well, she, basically tells me that I need to go down to the basement because there's some people down there I need, I guess need to talk to. And when I enter the basement, you know, I see two people sitting there, and they're, you know, to me larger than life. At first, I don't even know.
That's how my dream felt with the guy.
I don't know.
The
who
guy
these-
was like, "Who are
I
you?"
don't know who these people are, but they proceed to tell me. At the time, I said Cyrus, but I know now it's Osiris. But Cyrus and Vicky, that's what I was told. And they were sitting on a, I don't know, like a wood chair, but in front of them was like what we call huckleberry buckets, but which are restaurant buckets that are full of like butter and stuff or whatever. But big they're the 5-gallon buckets. And they were sifting through what looked like flat rice flakes.
Yeah.
And
she was telling me this, by the way.
You know,
when she woke up, she was like, "I got some shit to tell you. This dream was crazy."
Right, I knew none of this before I went to bed, mind you. I knew none of this. And anyways, he proceeds to tell me...
I want to also give in detail, she wasn't really woke. Or you know, the term that people use is woke. She was still kind of just everyday life, you know, I live out in the woods type of shit. Didn't care to research.
A mom or grandma taking care of kids, nothing. I didn't feed into the alien stuff. I didn't...
She never really cared about any of that shit.
I kept that quiet. I wanted to live a normal life, whatever normal is. I tried to live that. Well, this dream, or travel, I'm not calling it a dream. It wasn't a dream. It was a travel. I really went somewhere, and I was really given information that wasn't from me.
Okay, Cyrus, Vicky, basement.
Yes, and sifting through what looked like white pieces of rice, but it was flat and almost pliable. I guess is psyllium husks. I know now today. Psyllium husks.
Well, no, she said psyllium. She told me, she's like...
Well, I'm going to get at that. He told me I needed to protect the psyllium. That was his word, protect the psyllium. Well, I didn't know what psyllium even was when I woke up, but that was one of the messages, was to protect the psyllium. Well, I know now that, you know, psyllium is part of what, you know, also goes into Metamucil, keeps your body clean. So we need to be purifying our bodies.
I'm going to go a little step further. We didn't know any of this shit was. I just found the story super interesting. So I grabbed my laptop for school, and I was in college at the time. And I started Googling shit.
After I'm telling him what had just happened
as
to me.
she tells me. And I said, "What'd you say it was?" And she's like, "It was psyllium." I said, "Well, I wonder if it's a real thing." We didn't even know, you know, none of us knew. And whoever was with me, I don't recall who was with me, but I pull up and it's like, bang, psyllium, flaky white material. It was real. It was real. That was the weird thing. It was like, we're like, what the fuck?
And then the craziest thing is what we're going through now. Okay, he told me that I was part of the Syrian family, the star family that's here. And that they have been watching and protecting over me. So that I kept quiet for a long time because I couldn't know how to digest it. First of all, how do you digest you're not from Earth? Like, I always thought, but I never knew. Well, this is how I began to know, and after that, I just started finding out more and more messages of why I was here, and I don't understand now more than I ever did then. But anyways, I was told there was a storm coming, unlike one we have never seen. I believe that's like not only.
Describe what you've seen.
Well, what I seen looked to be like the mountains, but what was coming over the mountains didn't look like clouds, but more like water, but it was clouds. I couldn't really understand what this picture was trying to show me, and I never really understood if it was a literal cloud or a physical, a literal storm, a physical storm, or like what I feel like now we're in a collective storm. I feel like that's what it is now, but I didn't know then what this storm meant. I really didn't. And he said there was a storm coming unlike one we had never seen, and there would be a blue star coming.
I think we should end the show after this story and do a part 2 in another time.
Yes, because
we do. It's like 3 a.m.
It's very late here.
Everybody's gone.
Everybody's gone but us. It's been a 3-hour show. But anyways,
this is how it happens.
Yes.
We only have one thing to mention anyway. Sound barrier boy.
No, I have a couple of different things.
Yeah, I really wanted to mention the good things that was happening with.
I mean, not really.
Royden.
Yeah, we got Royden, Snowden, Kanan.
Yeah.
Felix.
Yeah, there's actually a lot more.
There's a lot, but we're not gonna have the time for that shit.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 of Larissa Cosmos and the story of.
We're just gonna do a to be continued. How about that?
Yes.
Okay.
gonna keep. But well, can I share at least finish this prophetic dream?
No, you should.
Okay, so the storm coming on like one we've never seen, the blue star, and
We ended up
He-
Googling Cyrus and Vicky during the time of the story as well. And
Vicky is
there's
a-
a V.
A1V outside of the planet Sirius.
It's right outside the Sirius planetary system or star
The
system.
blue star is Planet X.
Yeah, then the crazy thing is
It
that
gets
the,
so fucking weird
it
because
really
there's so
does.
many correlations that actually added up,
and the people were human, when I seen them in my dream. But when we were correlating, because he,
What do they
they
look
said
like?
that we're from, he was from
I
Sirius.
thought you said they
Yeah.
were like beings of light.
They're blue beings. Like, don't do that, babe. The crazy thing is that, that they were humans in the dream down in the basement.
yeah.
And if you know, Osiris is the god of the underworld, which I found really strange. And I had to go down the basement first of all to meet the people.
Oh, that is weird.
Yeah, I never
Metaphorical
thought.
basement.
I never
Yes.
thought it.
Yeah, I would think it's metaphorical as well.
Because of course you're never moving dreams.
But I never thought about this, and it is if you're
You just
if you're living it.
transition.
You did
Yeah,
if you're
you
listening to it. But
No, you said you
anyways,
went downstairs,
if you're
but you didn't say
living,
you
I
walked
said
down the stairs.
but if you're
That's
living
fact.
it,
You
Right.
transitioned.
right, I did. But it was still the basement.
That is fucking weird, dude. How come I've never noticed that? Like, I've ran in my dreams and shit.
You think you're running?
No, you do.
I don't know.
I have.
Well,
And I ran
anyways,
down a cave.
you're
before.
right.
I had
mean,
a reoccurring dream.
what
when
do
I was a
we
little
know?
kid.
All I know is that she told me
I
they
guess
were in
I
the
rolled.
basement. So I went to the basement.
That's
I
a
don't-
trip. Okay, so maybe
And-
you transition.
But I do remember gliding downward. I did glide
So you were
downward.
transitioning, yeah.
Yes.
That's so
To
weird.
where they were sitting, and they were human. But the weird thing is when we came out of this, and I'm talking about them, we correlate them to planets.
No, we totally did, yeah.
Which I think what Osiris was the planet Sirius.
Maybe you were a beacon that time. Like, we were talking about frequencies and
I don't-
humans being beacons.
Yeah, I don't know, but
Whoa, did you hear that? I heard that. Did you hear that?
100%.
Like, there was a voice in the fucking headphone?
I thought so too.
That
A
was
girl's voice.
fucking... That was a girl's voice, dude.
But it
Oh
was
my god, dude, my hair's standing up, dude.
But it was representing the planet.
Oh, that
and my
scared me,
feet are
dude.
tingling. Representing the planet Sirius and then A1V, the other planet, which I don't know. Maybe there's something important about that planet. I
That
don't know. At
fucking
this point,
scared me, dude. Because it came out of my left ear.
And I only heard it because I only have one ear on, and I just heard it, dude.
But it also.
Oh my god, that scared me, dude.
But-
That's not for show. That really actually just happened. Like, all
It
of us
really-
looked at each other like, dude, I heard a voice.
There was something.
And these mics only pick up.
And I'm the only girl in the room.
That was terrifying, dude.
Wait a second. I might get it.
I wonder.
We might,
oh my
we might
god.
catch it. But anyways, so there was messages.
Yeah,
There was
switch
some of the most,
fucking weird, dude.
and it's after 3 right now a.m.
Dude,
in Great Falls. So I mean, the veil's pretty thin
We're just
right
talking.
now.
Yeah, there's no reason for us to hear anything other than what we're hearing.
Where there's nothing in the house, everyone's sleeping, everything. There's no music
That is
playing.
so weird.
There's nothing. But anyways, so to carry on from this point, I mean, there was messages that I've been carrying on through my Facebook throughout my life since this happened to me.
What was the one?
And-
What was the main one?
The universal law is love. And it, very stern, said in that matter-of-fact voice, the universal law is love. That's how I was told. And the other thing is, without unity, there is no community. So, me, Larissa Cosmos, the goddess of good vibes, is always preaching that we have to get our community back together. We are one. Without unity, we have no community.
Dude, I've done a lot of
And-
hours on these headphones. I've never heard anything outside like that, dude. That was
And-
fucking weird, dude.
And that the universal law is love. So that is the highest love, the highest power, the highest frequency, and that's what we need to be.
That was too weird for
It
me,
is.
man. I can't even get over it right now. I'm
I-
sorry. Like, I'm really not trying to distract the story from the dream itself. But I've never, ever heard anything in these headphones that isn't around.
Well,
That was weird. And that was a girl's voice. That was fucking weird.
I just want to
Clearly,
say,
girl's voice. I almost thought it was Shay, but she's gone.
I'm clearly in touch
Yeah, it
with
sounded like somebody was trying to talk
the
to
other
us. Like,
side. So
It almost sounded like a phone or something. Like, you know, when you talk to someone on the other side of a phone?
Like the video that...
God, that was weird.
How about the video at me and Royden's house? When we heard the three girls talking, but there was nobody at our house because we were in Great Falls and the camera was recording what was going on in our house when there was no people but voices.
This
girl
was
voices.
so much more prominent, dude. Like,
Girl
I
voices.
heard something, but
I only had one headphone
and I couldn't make it out what it said. It was like they were talking now.
Scramble.
Yeah, it was very scrambled. Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Speaking very fast.
All right, well, I'm gonna end this out. I'm tired.
I'm very tired too, but I just want to say
we need to shoot out our sponsor and shit. We haven't.
Of course, we've been doing it. Don't say we haven't.
But go ahead.
4.
Your local
Head shop, vape shop, CBD store. We are now opening a third location in Lewistown, Montana. So that'll be number 3 on the books. We have Helena, Great Falls, and
The cabin.
now Lewistown.
crazy Lewistown,
The ranch or whatever you just said.
the farm.
Fuck, that's weird.
Everything's
that's so weird, dude. I cannot.
I mean,
All right.
actually, the more
Time's bugged out.
the more things
I am really
we've talked
weirded
about
out.
a lot of
It
things
was
tonight
crazy.
that have
Hopefully-
come around like full
hopefully that's
circle.
caught.
Actually,
I don't get weirded out. People who know me, I don't believe in fucking a whole lot anymore.
well, Shai says I bring the aliens over to Great Falls.
Oh, we seen some shit today.
I get
We
I shut down a lot of that shit. Go ahead. I want to hear.
We seen we were leaving the pot shop and we couldn't. It was beautiful out. It was like 4 o'clock. What I don't know, but almost 6 actually. It's still dark or bright out at 6.
If you believe, you'll see a lot of things.
I was gonna say we were
If
shooting
you're a
across
true
this,
believer.
shooting across Black Eagle, and we see
Oh yeah,
this one fucking steady.
yellow. The one was yellow.
I'd say it's like a white cloud that you can see, but it's usually tilted like this.
Mhm.
This one's straight on. You're like, all right, it's probably a
And
jet.
you could watch it like.
But it doesn't move. It went like this. It went, here it is.
There
It
you go.
disappeared.
Yep.
Then you see it over
Shut
here.
up.
We watched it fade.
Yes.
And we watched it fade back in over here.
No.
Yes, and then
In
we seen a
plain
pink
day?
3
one.
times.
Then
3
we seen
different
a
ones.
pink one.
You guys want to hear something that I never
And a
have
pink
told
one.
anyone
3
ever
different
before?
ones.
So I do have a weird Mandela effect with Roger as well. Roger's my adopted cousin from Cindy. Okay, so Cindy
It's
picked
just
me
family. That's all
up
that matters.
when I was 7 years old, or around 7. You know, I don't remember my exact age, but we were in Cindy's
we didn't
cars.
even get to talk
Okay.
about the Mandela effect and time changing.
Cindy had like a
Any of
Taurus
that.
of some, or like
We've done that the last 3 though. So
Cindy,
Oh, okay.
Cindy had a car where you had to press buttons to unlock. Do you remember that car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're in this car and we're driving on River Road.
That was her old Nissan.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, it was her old Nissan.
And we're getting ready to go up to their new house, which is on the hill in Great Falls. And we're on River Drive, coming back from somewhere, and I look over, dude, and I never have talked about this story. Not even to you, not even to nobody. Because I don't know if it's real, but I know the memory's real. You know what I mean? So, which is why I want to say that I've had a Mandela effect with Roger watching Shazam. That is a real thing. That actually happened. I even put it out on Facebook, and I asked Nina to ask Roger, because he's not on social media, if he remembers that as well as I do. Anyways, we're going there, and there was a fucking big ass like you seen a little ship. I seen a mother ship, a big ass ship.
Oh, I've seen mother ships too.
Over Black Eagle, and it was huge. It was in the fucking sky. I never ever talk about it because I don't even know. I don't want to give credit to something that might not be accurate, but in my head, it's real. You know what I mean? Like, I remember this memory, and it's a weird memory to have. Why would I remember that?
Well, you know, they also
You know what I
say
mean?
that they take family members.
It's a weird memory for me
So-
to have, to know that I was in that car
Levi.
with Cindy in the back seat, looking over out the window and seeing a spaceship. If I
Levi.
didn't see that spaceship, then why would I
What?
have that memory?
Do you have any crazy ones? None? Wow.
Well, let's end this. Okay, it's been a great
I
episode.
was gonna say it's
And
like
I'm trying to like
very
Levi's
mediocre.
faded out.
I was gonna say yeah, it's a very.
I'm sorry that
It's all right.
we filmed this so late and that we, carried on too long. But thank you, boys, my
Yeah.
sons, for having me
Lots of love.
on your podcast, The Weekly Bust, and thank you. And I hope you join us on the To Be Continued episode because we have a lot we didn't talk
This
about.
is the Weekly
The
Buzz.
Weekly Bust.